Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully everyone had a good break. I had a good lunch, and now we're ready to check out the fourth quarter of action. Now, in the Rosenthal-Ivaturi match, I think a winner has all but been decided. It's not just 146 inf differential, but Rosenthal is more than doubling up their opponent's score, and they've won basically every segment so far, other than that third set. Rubinstein against Pollock has been a little bit topsy-turvy, but for Rubinstein, fortunately that third set yesterday, I think we ended up watching that one. We ended up following this one. I remember I was making a bunch of comments about the prime numbers that they were getting on the scorecard. 13 and 7 are actually fairly common differentials to pick up. But if it wasn't for that, Rubinstein would be behind because Pollock has fought back despite their slap on the wrist time penalties that they've been getting. So that match has the potential to get closer, but Pollock has a lot of work to do. Millens against Ding. Hey, Craig. Millens against Ding is also fairly close. Again, Millens started off with about a 50 imp lead going into today, and that has been cut in half. They're now only up by 21. But importantly, with the sponsor on their team sitting out, their front four is very strong in comparison with the field, and I kind of expect that Millens will be able to close that one out, but we'll see. The match we will check out, at least for this segment, is going to be Zhang against Lewis. It's separated by 1 imp. 196 to 197. Lewis pulled ahead for the first time in the match on board 90 of the match. They picked up 10 imps.
I'm sorry, which match was that?
Lewis against Zhang.
Which match are you talking about? Thank you.
Yeah, we kind of remember that. So I think West ended up declaring. No. East ended up declaring at one table. And West for the Zhang team ended up declaring at this table and kind of got off. We were sitting in Mark's seat and, I had kind of brazenly made the comment, well, if Declare's playing on a suit where they're missing all of the ace, king, queen, there's no way they go down. But somehow Declare got her entries tangled a little bit, winning the king of diamonds to lead clubs over, set up the club suit. A heart came through, continues setting up clubs, another heart. But now Declare had some trouble getting back to the dummy. We played a third heart. Declare was able to cross in diamonds, cash a couple of clubs, pitching a diamond and a spade, and we had set up our hearts. I really don't know what went wrong. Declare certainly should have figured out that this was a plausible defense and gone after a different suit, presumably spades, to set up some extra tricks, but she didn't work it out. Other room, we kind of watched the tail end of it where Sherry Bjorken ended up getting a little bit of favorable defense and made 3-0. So Lewis pulled ahead by 1. Now, I think the sponsor for Zhang is going to be out, which might mean that their front four, Eddie Wold, Janice Molson, Dan Corbell, and Sylvia Shee, may be able to clutch this out in the final quarter, but they have some work to do. The sponsor for both teams is out. I'm not that familiar with the Lewis team. Do they have a sponsor?
Who is the full roster?
Paul and Linda Lewis, Itabashi and Diza, and Larry Robbins and Sherry Bjorken.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Lewises are sponsoring some of that team, because I know Linda at least does occasionally hire a top professional for some of the pair events.
Gotcha.
Or at least he has before. I don't know. Lewises obviously are a strong pair, especially for this event, but there certainly is a history of them, of them doing it.
Yeah, that seems very reasonable. So But
nothing else is possible. Some of those guys are getting expenses.
well, but either way, I would say I think because as you mentioned, like the Lewises are probably a reasonable pair to add to a team for this type of an event. It's not going to make a large difference in their team's quality of play to have one or whoever of the pairs sitting out. Whereas I think for the Zhang team, subbing in Janice Molson for the sponsor of the Zhang squad is probably going to make a pretty large impact.
Yeah, for sure. And
So,
Janice I would rate as one of the strongest women in this event for sure.
yep. Well, I mean, we'll start out with the Zhang Lewis matchup. If that becomes uninteresting, we'll probably flip over to Millens and Ding, presumably for the last segment of play. But
Sounds good. So, is there any excitement in the afternoon set?
we had, I there were a lot of distributional hands. Once again, it feels like this is just like this. The dealer is rigged, which is very exciting. But I feel like maybe the only very interesting hand from like a theoretical perspective of like what are you supposed to do might have been this hand where a bunch of pairs were like bidding to 5 hearts and then there was like a 6 club save that was available. But yeah, overall, I think it was a fairly tame set. There were some interesting points in the play on a couple of deals. I think for a lot of them, it was just like over tricks, though. Yeah, I mean, yesterday, I think the big set was the Rubenstein Pollock set with that third
Yeah,
segment.
wow.
Rubenstein won 86-3, and
Yeah, that's the whole match.
like yeah, it was just like unmakeable game after unmakeable game coming through for for the
Oh God, well,
Rubenstein
that's
team,
apologies.
and that'll do it. Like once you let one through, it kind of feels like the fortress crumbles around you. You just let the next one through and then the one after that, and now you're like tilted from the previous 3 games making, and you go for 800 or
Mhm.
something. Um,
Yeah, and I see that first one where one table it's 460 and the other in the same 3-no contract it's down one. So I imagine that was pretty demoralizing for at least one of the pairs.
yeah, yeah. Hey,
But
Schiff.
still, though, I mean, I think Brenner Caprera can be a little volatile by temperament, but I think of them as pretty tough players.
Hmm.
Bill and Roseanne Pollock have been playing together, you know, probably no exaggeration, 50 years, and they're pretty tough. Like, it's a collapse like that for that team is still surprising.
Yeah,
But, they've gotten some ground back.
they have. They have. I mean, if it wasn't for that one set, they would be leading.
I'm just going to go shut the door here because there's sirens outside. I don't know if anyone else can hear them,
Oh,
but I
we
can.
can. We can. Yeah. All right, 30 seconds to go.
All right, so we still don't have any tables up yet, do we? Nope.
Nope, 20 seconds. We will be in shortly.
And I see Pollock lost 2 imps somewhere. Do we think that was a time penalty?
It has been 4 separate time penalties that in total has cost them 2 imps, which is like, it's so obnoxious.
Yeah, and I do support the idea of just having to be completely regimented with the directors having no leeway there. But yes, half an imp is not much of a deterrent.
Yeah. Um, all right, let's not watch the Mark and Diza against Sylvia and Dan. Let's go to the other room. Eddie and
I
Janice against Paul and
I
Linda Lewis.
completely agree.
So, I mean, just par for the course. We have a 6-4 hand, 2 7-card suits, spade, 2 clubs. Two spades pass, probably pass. I don't know. That north hand is really bad. He passes.
I like the pass. Yeah, you really don't want to your, especially red white partners just kind of overbid to game
Yep.
so much of the time. You'll get another chance or not, which could be okay too.
Yeah. So two hearts on our right. Janice bids two spades.
Yeah, I think probably now it'll go three clubs, three spades. But let's see.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, like God, that north hand is so bad. It's
It is, but I think once partner sticks her neck out at the two level red white, I think you're really owe it to her to make this bid.
yeah. Well, Eddie
Yeah,
decides to
he does pass.
pass.
You were right. Yeah.
It's. I mean, like I don't know what I want to hear as north, right? It's like. Oh,
Right.
my right hand opponent bid my queen third. My hand has gotten worse. Oh, my left hand opponent bid my jack third. My hand has gotten
Right.
worse. Like,
Yeah, and meanwhile, East West can make four hearts, right? So not pushing them into it is a good move by North.
yeah,
This way maybe neither one is going to know. Well, I guess Linda knows that she has a singleton heart, but Paul won't, so that may be tough for him to take the push. I don't like this four club bid.
yeah. Four clubs kind of feels like we've already showed that we have clubs and clubs by bidding twice. So,
Yeah, three hearts seems fine. Our support can't be any better. Three spades. Hope partner can bid three no trump, and we run seven club tricks. But four clubs really seems misguided.
yeah,
And here they're going to turn a plus and four hearts into a minus. They're going to lose a trump trick and the two major suit aces.
yeah. Hmm. Well, as you say, four hearts would have been much better.
I think four hearts is basically just cold, right? Even if they lose two trump tricks, that's kind of it.
Yeah, there's like maybe a little bit of work to do, but you are correct. On this layout, there's no
Yeah,
problem whatsoever.
yeah, and just rough a diamond, play a trump, and get on to the next board.
Yep. So spade lead to the king.
So we'll see if Janice just puts the ace of hearts on the table and hopes partner has a trump trick. That's probably the simplest thing. She can see that diamonds might be a source of a discard,
I wonder if she
and it
plays
really looks to her.
back a
Sorry.
spade, like a low spade. Because remember, as you say, partner's six of spades lead is either a singleton or it's from three to an honor when they didn't raise us.
But I think you can catch the ace of hearts first and then do that, right? Like, doesn't it really just feel in his bidding like West has a singleton heart?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
Well, she has defied both of our expectations here.
Yeah, now, I mean, Declare's probably got to feel pretty good about their chances.
Yeah, I wonder if Janice is just trying to cut the dummy off from using the hearts late in the hand with this play.
Mm hmm. So spade rough. Declare can now try and pull trumps.
Yeah, playing for the drop seems fine with nothing to go on really, other than the South has a little extra length in spades.
Right. So, two rounds of clubs.
And I think now you play a heart, hoping the defense screws up and it holds, which wouldn't be crazy. This,
I
yeah, I
think
don't.
I think a club's
This is
okay. I
fine.
mean,
I think club just makes it a little easier for the defense.
yeah, Eddie does get a heart on the table. They'll probably never go wrong. Like your best chance, I expect, is like North wins this, returns a spade, and there's some sort of red suit squeeze against South, or north.
Hmm.
But
South.
yeah,
Earth can't possibly have an ace.
yeah, that's probably true. Um,
And if nothing else, he would have doubled five clubs with an ace in the pass seat.
right.
All right, so it feels like a pretty good result for North South here to start the segment.
Yeah, so Lewis is going to be in the lead for one board, and now Zhang will overtake them again.
Presumably.
Yep. Club by north, diamond overcall. We'll see a spade from south.
Yeah, North South have a huge fit here.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks to me like they can make a slam, right? With the help of the heart finesse pitch. And I guess you do have to get rid of all of those diamonds. And maybe there's just a little too much work to do.
I mean, they're probably not getting to the slam, but I think 12 tricks are available with the hearts 3-3.
Yeah, I guess that helps. And defensively, the trump, there is an awful lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you say, they're just going to get to a fairly trivial four spade make.
Yep, two spades pass. Janice might think for a second, but just looks like a four spade bid to me.
Yeah, she could make a four club splinter, but that queen jack four of the diamonds is such a disaster holding.
Yep. Oh, maybe she's
She
looking for
doesn't.
three now.
Right. Well, maybe, but then she could just bid it and let partner correct or not.
Yeah, that's true.
Like both, you know, Eddie knows that Janice is a five card spade suit, so we can look at his hand and make an informed decision.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, three diamonds has fetched four diamonds from Eddie. Looks like a pretty good bid on his hand.
Yeah. 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 I think this is the moment where no one has anything else to do. I mean, he does have a heart control, but
So we'll get a trump lead, I guess.
and there's the 10 imps to Zhang, who did get to four hearts making. The other two, sorry, 11 imps for four hearts making.
Yeah, so Zhang overtakes the lead. What is this heart lead?
Yeah, I don't understand either.
Why does South have five spades on this auction? Well,
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a diamond overcall, so I did not show five spades. My apologies.
oh, you made a comment. I was just, I thought this
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah, I saw the overcall and wasn't thinking that it was diamonds. Yeah, I mean the heart lead. I'm sure it's just because the opponents cubed a bunch of things and none of them were hearts.
sure.
I think he's just hoping that hearts is a weak point.
It does feel more sensible though to start pulling dummies trumps before they can rough diamonds, given the four
I mean,
diamond
that four
bid.
diamond bid is so revealing. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he has four of them. He knows what four diamonds was.
Mm-hmm.
I think 100% that was either a void or maybe a singleton ace. All right, well, clubs are going to be good in just a moment. So
Yeah. Pull the last trump, run the jack of hearts.
it would be very funny if Linda had one of the ace of trick one as a false card.
We still couldn't go down, but wait.
Right.
Wait, we would go down if she had won the ace from ace queen doubleton. Because then the hearts are blocked and a diamond taps dummy.
I've made that play, but only against no trump. I've never been brave enough to do it against suits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a pretty well known false card, but there's just nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're about to see. I guess we're not about to see a claim. I'm not sure why.
Okay, clubs now claim. I don't know. The play's going quick enough that,
Yeah, you might just think it's faster this way.
yep.
Like it's a little insulting to the ops to like think when you hit the button they won't figure out your hand is good.
All right, so four spades making
I mean,
six. Could be an
there's
over
certain
trick
power
swing there.
we'll play against for that reason. Yeah, possibly. All right, another distributional hand for North here, who seems to pick up a lot of voids, or two in a row at least.
They really do. So two
What do we think
spades.
of this two spade bid?
Um, I mean the hearts are four small. Like I've never really minded preempting with four small in the other major, but I know that some people think it's a big no-no.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the hand has three classical flaws, right? Your suit is ace empty six, which is a pretty bad weak two suit. You have four hearts, you have a void, which often people say you shouldn't open weak twos with because it's, kind of a weird both offensive and defensive asset. And yet it just looks like the most normal two spade bid in the world.
Well, once you start getting past the second flaw, like the third flaw cancels all the rest out.
Yeah. Yeah, the third one is free at that point.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Like this just looks to me like an automatic week two, also. And yet if you read the textbooks, there's so much wrong with it.
Yeah.
So of course Janice here is, giving Eddie a little bit of room here because I think with you know, partner who would open a straight down the middle stretch in week two, she would already have been a game.
Yeah, ace queen six of spades, you're on the heart finesse basically. You have six spades and three quick tricks. Just need that heart hook to work.
Yeah, and kind of like to look at it a different way, if you use the old rule of two, three, and four, here you kind of expect partner to have approximately six tricks, and we have ace, king, ace, and the king of trumps. That's four.
Mm-hmm.
So three clubs presumably showing the worst possible hand, and he's giving them a lot of room here. I'm correctly given the spade break, I think, right? They're going to lose two clubs, a heart, and two spades. They're not even going to make this.
Yeah, that seems like what's about to happen. Well, Linda also
And
believes they aren't going to make this.
aggressive, but she might be a little tilty after that first board.
Hmm.
I mean, I really don't like this double. I think even one part, unless you think Janice psyched her to no Trump bid.
Yeah.
I think the expected, gain versus loss is really, really skewed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I mean, Eddie got a lot of information from this double. Like, if he didn't get doubled, he was just going to go down probably one, but like maybe a bunch if he gets tapped out or something. But now, I think he's going to
Is
score a lot
there?
of diamond roughs.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got unlimited entries to dummy.
Yep.
This is effectively one, and he has ace, king, ace, and that king of trumps is an entry. So if you're us for diamonds, yeah, he's still a trick short though, right?
Well, I mean,
I don't think.
if we get six trump tricks by roughing four diamonds and the ace king, and we get ace king ace,
Oh,
we
right.
make it. So I'm
That is
sure he's
true. I
playing a
miscounted.
heart up now, diamond rough heart. And what do you want East to do? I mean, do we want East to start roughing in with naturals on our heart losers? I mean, this is the only line of play, right? Like, there's no alternative. We know the heart queen is offside. Hearts aren't splitting. We know that East has a bunch of spades. So Eddie can count his tricks.
Yeah, I think hearts rate to be 4-2 much more often than 5-1, even knowing about the bad trump break.
Yep.
But yeah, as you say, what else can you do? I mean, he also may think that spades are 5-0 and not 4-1
Yeah.
because this double is pretty aggressive on the actual hand.
Yep. I
Both queen
agree.
jack 10 fifth of spades would be totally automatic.
Mm-hmm. All
Yeah,
right.
so East gets one pitch here, but that does her no good whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know if East West can actually beat the contract. I mean, this diamond lead really did not work out for East.
Yeah, after West was thrilled, but it turned out it gave Declare, an entry substitute.
Right. M. Bodel says double dummy he makes. I mean, it is starting to look like that.
I,
Should I actually do my job as an analyst and figure this out? So we lead a heart, right? Because that's automatic. If East, if East pitches, we can just claim. We rough a diamond, club to the ace, rough a diamond, and we've taken the first 7 tricks, and we still have the ace king of trumps. So East has to rough this, otherwise the contract is cold. And then East
so if
continues
he's
a trump,
rough, right?
but we so we're going to end up losing 2 clubs, this rough.
Well, now it's a moot point.
Oh yeah, no, I mean now it's just called. I think he was down if East roughed and returned a trump, and then roughed the next heart and returned another trump. The declare was gonna end up losing the 2 heart roughs, 2 clubs, and the last heart.
Right.
You really needed to start pulling dummies trumps, but I mean at this point. Okay, well, time to switch matches, I
Gonna be
guess.
gonna be tough to. I don't know. You want to hang around and see how much more on tilt the Lewis's go?
I do, in fact, yes. This will be good. But man, let's make sure we don't give up any over tricks on defense, right?
So it's gonna be
All right, 5:30.
another colossal result for North South here. For really just no reason, right? Like this double. What's her upside? Did she really think she was going to get 300? Despite her partner's double, it seems so out of reach.
M. Bodel says that you could make this after the diamond lead double dummy. That's interesting. Um,
You have to plan clubs to like try to end play West or something.
Let me think about this. I mean, Eddie's line of play looks automatic to me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Having hearts being 4-2 seems like it's got to be north of 80%.
yeah. So, but that's could be a fun double dummy problem. Holy cow! The other table was in 4 spades doubled down 2. I do like Sylvia's opening lead. Sylvia just led the queen of spades from queen jack 10 fourth. Sometimes it gives up a spade trick, but like you just got to prevent roughs and dummy and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, on that auction, it often won't even give up a spade trick.
Yeah. We got another wonderful Flannery hand. A heart, 2 clubs. Wait a second. Oh, a heart, 2 clubs, 2 spades. I was just like, wow, East reversed? No, 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 no.
No, he's just patterned.
Yeah. 3 hearts, 4 hearts. God, that is an awful hand for West.
Yeah, and I guess you have to game force it. I mean, if they're playing, somewhat normal openings, like with most of my partners, I would not game force the West End.
Yeah.
in here would have been right not to, right? Because they've got a nice lead by South. If they cast two diamond tricks, two trumps are inevitable.
Yep.
And if she didn't make this lead with clubs 3-3, this was going to be a plus score for East West. So very well done by Janice here.
Right. Yeah, Queen of Spades in the pocket, so Declare could have managed losing just two hearts and a diamond.
Yeah, or just play 3 rounds of clubs pitching. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, and the clubs run, but I guess you might have trouble getting to dummy late.
Mm-hmm.
You can duck two hearts, then get there with the ace of trumps or something. But yeah, this is, I mean, a huge lead, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would have found that ace of diamonds.
Yeah, it's the unbid suit. Leading the unbid suit sometimes works.
I mean, it is. I guess that's true. Clubs is also sort of the unbid suit, probably. So club lead might have looked, kind of passive.
Sure.
Like when a diamond doesn't work, it doesn't work, you know, pretty spectacularly.
Right. Yep. Yes, Gibb would have also found the ace of diamonds lead.
Right.
Yeah, it's elopement is what happened on the previous board. Scoring tricks with
Mm-hmm.
your small trumps. Dummy
Yeah.
reversal is when you make dummy kind of like the master hand in trumps by roughing a bunch of cards so that you can then use dummy's trumps to pull all of the opponents. Like the classic dummy reversal is your hand is like ace king queen fifth opposite jack 10 9 third, and you rough like four times in your own hand and then pull trumps with the jack 10 9.
Mm-hmm.
Well, East West in the other room managed to get all the way up to a one no trump with their
Yeah.
24 highs. They made it.
I mean, a hard pass and no trump all pass seems like a perfectly normal 2024 auction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of elopement can be really effective on a hand like this, where you have a lot of weak trumps on shortness, and especially when the opponents are known to have a trump stack, so there's just no point to playing any trumps at all.
Right.
Single in as many tricks as possible, and then look around for some side winners. Right, so yeah, like again, here if West had a hand like he did on the last one, and his partner opened a hand like Eddie opened in spade here, forcing to game would be, pretty aggressive.
Right. Yes.
All right, so my prediction seems to have been good that the Lewises might be getting a little tilty already.
West
I mean, there's
doesn't
just
even
no
show
reason.
hearts.
Yeah, there's just no reason not to show the heart suit, right?
Mm-hmm. This. So four hearts doesn't make, right? You have a spade, two clubs,
Right.
and a heart.
I don't think this makes either.
No, but I mean, it's like it lessens the blow a little bit to know that four hearts also wasn't making.
And we were probably getting there. I think if West had chosen to invite, East was probably going to accept. And I think, I wouldn't force a game opposite a 15-7 no trump opening, I don't think. But an overcall should be a little bit heavier. And I think the West hand is close enough that forcing the game is reasonable. I just wouldn't do it in this manner.
Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah.
prediction, I was going to put up a prediction for this set, but now that I see Zhang is just like destroying their opposition, um, hold on. I have a prediction.
Okay. Uh, where's my Brady bot window here? I do have a Twitch window up so I can follow the chat. Here we go.
There we go. All right, prediction is up. Yeah, this looks like a pretty normal heart. Two hearts on their 24 high.
All right. I like this. I like this a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I haven't been watching. Has Eddie been able to signal for clubs? Did he play his spades queen then
Uh,
king?
I don't recall, but we can rewind the play, I think. Or is there a way to rewind the play? I thought there
There,
was.
there is. Gavin found it. I've been at this for 2 weeks, and Gavin just comes in. He's like, "Oh, you can just click on the cards to see what the tricks are." The little card symbol next to like the club diamond in the top left by the home diagram thing.
Aha, thank you. He did play Queen and King, although that would just be his normal way to play them. But yeah, as you say, it should be super preference here.
Yeah, but Eddie also played the four, then three of hearts, and Janice was onto
Oh
it.
no. Well, nonetheless, fortunately for North South, they can't pitch away quite enough tricks to blow this contract.
Right.
Yeah, I guess they could have beaten one no trump, right? Four spades and a heart, and if Janice leads a club when she's in two clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, so East West will just go back, compare with their teammates, and be like minus 100. The usual game just went down a trick.
Yeah, so missed opportunity for North South here to maybe win, 5 imps or more if their teammates stop short a game.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Smith. The four of hearts was discouraging spades. Smith. So 11 count from West.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
there's no chance West opens this.
Yeah, I don't think so. So pass, pass,
I mean,
pass, or pass, pass three clubs.
I think normally pass, pass, pass. Let's see if the tilt continues.
Yeah.
That's a pretty insane three clubs, red, white, even if you're on tilt. I think at some point you have to just be like, okay, calm down on it.
Yeah, but if you're not in the same room, like, how do you get your partner to chill out?
No, I meant say it to herself.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, pass, pass, pass. So Janice gets to open in third seat, fourth seat, a spade.
So I would guess North South only have one jury bid available. I feel like two-way jury is basically dead at the top level.
Mm-hmm. Would never open that north hand. I mean, listen, if I was playing Flannery, maybe I would.
I might do it non-vulnerable playing Flannery because it's always nice to give a really exact description of your hand. Vulnerable, I think it's just a little bit too much.
Yeah, the lack of spot
Like as
cards
much
is
as
a
I
little
love,
disturbing.
yeah, yeah. Like if I had ace nine fourth, ace queen fifth, three little singleton, sure, I would open here. Why not?
Yeah, but like that's a good hand. I mean, I'm
All
talking
right,
like, what if we had both the ten of spades and ten of hearts and still the singleton queen of clubs? Is that probably not still,
for
but
me,
it's
yeah.
close.
Yeah, I just, I never care too much what my partner's judgment is, but my judgment would be to pass. Like when my partner's open it, I'd be like, yeah, sure, do whatever you want.
Yeah. Then again, Gavin was in here earlier, filling viewers with poisonous seeds by telling them to pass balanced 11 counts. But it's just a style thing. Gavin is a solid citizen, especially vulnerable, and honestly, Gru and Moss are as well. Like they're a very interesting partnership to study if you're looking for high level bridge, because like they'll open all these 8 counts not vulnerable, and okay, they're playing a precision system, but most precision pairs don't open 8 counts, and then vulnerable they're just passing 11s. So
Yeah, I've actually not or vulnerable started like passing some of my balanced 11s, like my maybe the worst third or so. But I think actually Gavin's advice is pretty sound for a lot of players, in particular, a lot of players in more casual partnerships, because you really need a lot of discussion and you need some methods to make sure that you like the big danger in this style, as you and I found out, was that you get to the 3 level and you're just a level too high and lose 5 imps on a bunch of hands. You need some kludges to make sure that you can show some invitational hands at the 2 level. And that, it needs some discussion. You need to kind of have a feel for it. So, if you're not comfortable with those, I completely agree with him.
This
Yeah, I guess that's super fun.
feels
Like,
wrong.
I'm not sure why Declarer isn't starting. I mean, I guess her plan is to pitch a diamond on a club and just hope the ace diamonds up. But it feels like, yeah, why is she not starting one of the red suits?
Oh, I see. Okay, no, never mind. I mean, it still feels natural to me to play on hearts, but you're right. She can still make it. I for whatever reason, I was just like, well, aren't we just always losing 2 diamonds and a heart from here? No, not when diamonds are 3-3.
Right. And the opponents can't attack diamonds to take 3 tricks. And well, I mean, if Linda had won the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds would probably be with West, and then they would lose 2 diamond tricks, but they would anyway.
Yeah. Well, this King of Hearts switch makes things easy. I mean, it looks like Declare was making this.
Yeah, I think in the end, the cards are so friendly that really any plan would have been adequate.
Hey, we had a push board. 4 hearts down 1, 3-0 down 1. As expected.
All right, that's a tiny improvement over over the average. Yeah, so I'm sure most in the world would love to have that 5 imps, but it's just not that big a deal.
This entire line of play from Declare seems very suspect to me, but
Yeah,
looks
I
like it's all
agree.
going to work out.
I mean, it might not have, right? Now she absolutely needs hearts 3-3 now, I think, or diamonds 3-3.
No, no, she can rough a diamond. 9 of hearts is good.
Oh my God, well that's a horrible play too. And she had a guaranteed beer, but she just played it.
That's true. That's true. I did actually praise Declare earlier for taking a practice finesse so that they could beer.
To a magic show a few nights ago, and like one of the jurors, like, pick a card, and the guy picked the 7 of diamonds, and it was 2 Swedish people, and I would have thought that, I mean, obviously not bridge players, but I would have thought that everyone in Sweden knew about the beer card, just given their national habits. But
Well, heard
yeah,
by
so
Janice, passed by West, 2 hearts by Eddie.
we'll see if he sticks in a light takeout double here.
God, I hope not. Please, no. Not even 4 spades.
Yeah.
No, 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 no.
I mean, I don't think I would do it if it was a past hand. You know, why not? I mean, as it is, they're just, I don't know whether West would have found a pass, but they're absolutely slaughtering this.
Oh, are they? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it looks like. Mm hmm. I
I
see.
mean, I guess they can't quite get a spade go. Can they get a spade going? They might be able to, right?
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean, maybe not anymore, but they could have.
hmm. But if they get a spade, I get to play double dummy too. Remember, West gets end played into leading away from the queen 10 of
Right. Yeah,
trumps.
fair. Good point.
I get to rough my diamond winner since it's no longer useful. Then go ace of hearts, duck a heart.
Mm-hmm. No, well, this will be 200 east west. I think there's really
How can you
not
possibly
much
have
else.
two beer cards? And I'm asking this question as someone who posed the idea of having four different beer cards, one in each suit, many, many months ago.
I think though that would make scoring a beer much less special, right? But like that's being more common, like it wouldn't be that hard.
Is East West making two hearts here?
Double dummy, they might have been able to, but as you say, double dummy, maybe the declare can always counter that. I mean, they're making one heart for sure.
Never heard of the beer card in Iceland.
What?
I feel like the beer card is like a junior thing. So if you didn't play as a junior or attend junior events, then you might not have heard of it.
That I think is definitely true, but there is, I guarantee at least one Icelandic British player knows about the beer card. I don't know which one, but guaranteed there's at least one.
Wait, I know which one. She's playing at the other table in this match.
Actually, I don't know who's playing at the table this match. Oh, of course, yeah.
Diza. Yeah.
I assume you've seen the clip of Disa from The Daily Show from, I mean, it could be 15 or more years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's probably 20 years old, but I would definitely recommend everyone check it out if you haven't.
Australians are obsessed with beer. You don't know why.
Yeah. Um,
So that is a three club opener.
that explains why I didn't open it on Jack 6th earlier.
Yeah. In case anyone wasn't clear, an 8 card suit with two singletons and I mean three kings, but both the kings are singleton.
Two Singleton Kings.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to pass 8 card suits, but I think I probably would. Like, no number of clubs seems right. Like, four obviously is crazy because past three no trump. One is crazy because your hand is total garbage. Three, I don't know. I mean, three's probably closest, but yeah, no law says we have to bid 8 card suits on the first round.
Mm-hmm. I mean, three clubs seems fine, I guess. Like, if partner has some stuff,
Yes.
we kind of have the hand that they want, right? Like, we don't have good clubs, but the King of Hearts and King of Diamonds are probably good fillers for 3 now.
No, I think it is fine. I personally would just probably choose to pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, partner bids 3-0 with Ace Doubleton. Like, this is fine. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
happy about how it developed.
Yeah. Well, Disa
No
doesn't
problem with
live
partner
in
bidding.
Iceland. She's now in Alabama, but she's originally from Iceland.
Yeah, she's been a U.S. resident for got to be at least 25 years, maybe longer.
Mm-hmm. Alabama, the Iceland of the South. I don't think anyone has ever thought that. That's like the furthest from the truth. What would be the Iceland of the South?
I don't know.
Mississippi?
I mean, that's the same as Alabama, though, right?
Well, no. See, Alabama has buddies. They're like surrounded by Georgia and Florida, and they have friends and whatnot. Whereas Mississippi, it's just like across the river, and it's not like Louisiana is the South. Well, actually, it is. Never mind. Okay, fine. Iceland is the Hawaii of Europe.
think
That's
maybe Arkansas, just because both Arkansas and Iceland have hot springs.
fair, fair. Yes. That
I mean, that's basically the only thing I know about Arkansas is that Bill Clinton and Walmart,
and also the only thing in Iceland is hot springs and volcanoes. Yeah, that's true.
and Bjork. Bjork is there.
Yes. And Bjork.
Are there any Icelandic people in the chat? I guess there's at least one. Please tell us some Iceland facts. Unless they've already just driven you off with comparisons to Mississippi.
Yeah, I think once you find out
Elves.
that there's a bunch of people who surf year round in Iceland, like off the coasts, you'll never really think of it as a southern state again.
Do you know about the elves?
The elves?
So I learned this from Diesel, though I had kind of heard it vaguely before. So even though they know they're not real, everyone in Iceland believes in elves, just little invisible elven fairies that can, for example, affect bridge matches. So I was kibitzing when she was still married to Curtis, a match Curtis was playing, and she was exhorting the elves to work for a Curtis victory.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
like they
that.
know they're not real, but they believe in them anyway.
Hmm. Elves are kind of popular in like children's stories in well, Ireland specifically.
So, seven-letter countries that start with I and end in land
Yes, I
or
think we've
Eland.
established the pattern.
So does that make Ireland the Iceland of the British Isles?
Yeah, you've nailed it. Exactly.
That's, Declare, of course, hasn't played a club yet, so I'm sure she thinks that like this is great.
Yeah, it's still gonna be 9 tricks. She has 4 more quick tricks
Yeah.
after this, but I mean, now it can be 10.
It can be, but I don't think it will be.
Wait, now it just is 10, right?
Well, she doesn't know about the spade distribution, right? It's not totally safe to knock out the club, I don't think.
Well, it is because
No.
East showed out on the third diamond. So East could have
Oh,
at
right.
most 1 heart to cash.
Right.
And now East can have no hearts to cash. Yeah, this is one of these spots that I'd been talking about. Like, okay, it's an overtrick, right? East dumped an overtrick by pitching that club, but the really top tier players in these events, especially at Imps, are just going to be like, well, Declare, I can count Declare's tricks, right? They see East was squeezed. I mean, East wasn't really squeezed. East can just pitch a small spade. Like, East knows the reason Declare is not playing on clubs is because Declare has the ace queen third of clubs, I think.
100%. Yeah.
Like, and yes, when East pitches the 4 of spades, technically East can get thrown in to lead away from the jack of clubs, but declarers don't do that, right? That's not what they do at Imps. They just cash their 9 tricks and be like, okay, well, let's see if I can get any more at the end.
Yeah, I just say once West shows up with the Ace of Hearts, all the other high cards of the deck are known,
Mm-hmm.
or at least known, pretty closely.
You call the elves hidden people. Aha, aha. They're
Yes,
popular
indeed.
for fairy
If anyone out
tales.
there, Mhm. And certainly if anyone wants to make any corrections to my description of the Icelandic people relationship with elves, please do. I would love to hear it.
Well, West didn't open a no trump, so I don't know what the deal is with this West hand. This is when you post the bridge winners poll. You're like, okay, so you've opened a diamond and partner bits a heart. What do you do now? And
Yeah, it's like 90% abstentions.
yeah, like
I
it's
think
smack in the
one
middle
of
of
the
the no
Irish.
trump range. You can't jump to three diamonds. Your
Yeah.
hand is bad.
Oh, this is why he didn't open a no trump.
Oh, I see. Because they're playing some dumb range, like 11 to 14.
Looks like it because this is 15 to 17.
Gotcha. Oh, and look at how nice West is here. We didn't get this from the other room. West alerts that one no trump could have four spades. That's great. Thank you, West.
Yeah. Very standard weak no trump way to play. I think a lot of strong no trumpers also bypass spades in this auction, although I personally do not.
Mm-hmm.
But playing weak no trump is basically automatic. Let's
So
see if South chooses a
after.
singleton or an underlead. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I thought South might choose an underlead here.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like this is a pretty classic underlead auction with a strong no trump hitting and dummy. Not going to work well here because now that diamond is going to go away.
Well, is it though?
I mean, I think Linda's definitely going to, or I shouldn't say definitely, but pretty likely she leads a spade back now, right?
I think Declarer takes the diamond finesse now.
And she only needs a trick, so if she can get, well, this doesn't look right at all, but if she can get, two spades and a diamond and two clubs, that's five right there. Club rough and dummy is six. Now you only need two trumps in your hand.
Yeah, but why would you expect the ace of spades is on side?
Oh, well, of course. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Okay, well, Eddie has decided to switch to clubs, which makes Declarer's life a lot easier because now all the clubs come home. Yeah, Declare, I believe, is going to do just fine. Although she could still lose four trumps and a diamond and a spade.
Yeah, and the club blockage is a little inconvenient, but not a huge deal.
Mm-hmm. I do not like the five of hearts out of hand. I think if East had continued with, like the 10 of hearts or the 8 of hearts, then it would have put a lot more pressure on South to play low, which may have been tough.
Yeah. I like this continuation. I mean, not that he really has anything else to do, but now declares stuck in dummy with no good thing to do.
Yep. Whoa! Uh oh,
Eh,
Eddie. Oof.
I mean, is it possible he thinks that Linda has diamond void for not having taken the finesse earlier?
Well, I don't know. He might think Declare has the King of Spades as an entry, I guess. I feel like Eddie doesn't have the right picture of the hand, mostly because his partner underled the Ace of Spades.
I think that's 100% true. Yeah.
And
I mean, it
like,
might still be in a
yeah,
weird play anyway. Yeah.
like that is one of the dangers of an underlead. It's not just at trick one that your partner might not figure it out or that it blows a trick. It's that your partner might never realize you have the spade ace. I don't think Janice was planning to conceal it for 14 tricks, but that's what ended up happening.
Yeah, and of course, sometimes you get the hand where it's quote unquote right, but party doesn't put up the queen.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got show up squeeze on South. Heart pitching a diamond,
I
club
mean, well,
pitching.
except there's no chance South has the king of diamonds, right?
That's true. Okay. Well, but that's the point of the show up squeeze, right? I guess it's true. We just play a diamond to the ace.
Yeah, I've only played a diamond to the jack, and in hell, we know where the king is. It's unlikely North ducked it, but it's totally impossible to South ducked it.
Mm-hmm. So that's two hearts making. Wait,
Yeah, sure.
what?
Like, what? What the hell was that?
I mean, that has to be a misclick, but oh my god. Like, speaking of tilting, oh no.
Boy, that's yeah, I'm sure you're right that it was just a mechanical error.
So they had in a previous match, in the Rosenthal match, when we were watching yesterday, I think, there was a mechanical error that they were able to call the director for and get it changed. Now, I mean, maybe all the players have to agree, and I have no idea what the dynamic is at this table. If like North, South, and East, West are like buddies, and they would be like, okay, sure, we understand. That feels like one that I would be happy to roll back, though, if my
Yeah,
opponents were like, oh God, I'm sorry. Like, that was a misclick.
yeah, I agree.
Like, I might even ask
Um,
them, depending on how friendly I am with them, because it's like, obviously Declare wasn't trying to like cash the five of spades or whatever at the end of play.
and I think particularly, I know they've used this in previous trials, or at least I think they have. The technology is new enough that you want to give people some leeway.
I missed your best comment, Johan. There are examples of roads being redirected to avoid disturbing the hidden people.
Interesting. That actually does not surprise me.
Hmm. Is that why you guys have a giant, like, 4 mile tunnel directly through the center of a mountain with a T intersection in the complete dark? If you live in Iceland, you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure.
Have you been there, or you just heard about this?
Yeah, I drove through the tunnel.
I didn't know you had ever been to Iceland.
Yeah, we drove the entire ring road and visited like every and I mean every town.
That sounds like a really great trip.
Yeah, it was super fun. No, it was awesome. But God, that tunnel was horrifying.
Yeah, you remember my friend Mary, her business school graduation present to herself was a week-long trip to Iceland, and she, spent a couple days in Reykjavik and then did that, and she absolutely loved it also.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
she didn't tell me about that part of it.
She might not have been driving. Um,
um, I mean, I think she had a car when she was driving, around the island. But yeah, um, I've only been to Iceland once, and it was just to change planes. Well, twice, I guess, because they changed planes going both ways at Reykjavik Airport. Meanwhile, this is really not going to cause Declare too much exertion here. I think. Yeah, I think we're about to see a claim, and so we do.
yeah, 10 tricks. Even if the diamonds hadn't come home, Declare would have been able to pitch them on the clubs.
Yeah, Trump splitting and Queen outside. There's really just no defense.
Oh
Oh
no!
no!
How's the other table doing? Let's just head over there to not slow down play.
Yeah, They're 2 boards behind.
So they're in two hearts in the West. Oh, because Corbell opened a no trump, of course, on the 15 count with six
Yeah,
diamonds.
never more normal looking auction.
Yeah, so
Like a weak
spade
no
lead from
trumps.
North made things much easier on the defense. Now a diamond through, diamond rough, and North South have at least three more heart tricks.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw an American pair at this level playing weak no trumps. Like, Adam Moldovsky played it with some partners, I think including Doug Daub. I don't know if they still do. But short of that, I can't remember the last time I saw any experts using it.
Mm-hmm.
No, unfortunately, there's no way to untangle the last two trumps. This is going to be a push it down one, I believe, right?
Yeah, that seems correct. And how's our prediction doing? Well, Lewis currently has scored a whopping 3 imps this entire segment. They had a bit of a part score win on one of the previous deals.
The scorecard button is not working for me. I wonder if that's a consequence of the match being paused. Oh, there it is. Taking a long time to pop up. Wow. Yeah, I hadn't realized quite how lopsided it was.
Yeah, Lewis was winning coming into the set, but okay. So North South got to 4 hearts in the other room on this one. A diamond, a heart, 3 hearts. Looks like a pretty natural start to the auction.
The board we just watched. Is there anything the defense can do? Like, it doesn't look like it to me. Like,
Certainly not with West on lead.
yeah, like even the Queen of Spades lead from East. I mean, I guess it helps a little bit, but Declare is still in pretty good shape here, I think.
Yeah, every suit just comes home. I mean, Queen of Diamonds on side if that
Yeah,
even is necessary.
yeah, those four club tricks are tough for the defense to counter.
Well, there it is. Same auction. Diamond, a heart, a spade, 3 hearts, 4 hearts. So we'll see if West finds the same ace of spades lead. He doesn't. He leads a club. I think I like the club lead. I mean, you have a couple of queens, so there's no guarantee that you need to get desperate and hope partners roughing the second round of spades or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel strongly either way. I think both leads are fine.
Oh no. M. Bodel says it looks like Ivaturi withdrew against Rosenthal.
Yeah, not a surprise. They were getting totally destroyed.
Yeah, but this is awful because the last time a team withdrew, we missed an entire segment of play.
Oh, right. Well, hopefully they fix it. Yeah, they were down 156
Yeah.
with 2 segments to go. I'd be looking for the bar too.
Yep. Good morning, V8.
Yeah, as I recall, I mean, it was like countrywide, even among people who didn't play bridge, that it was major news in Iceland when that team won. I thought it was 1991 that they won the Bermuda Bowl.
I would believe the native on history.
I
I'm
would
sure it's
nope.
taught in schools.
It might be, but it is 1991.
Oh, okay.
I, as you know, I'm a pretty good British historian. Yeah, in Yokohama, Japan.
Hmm.
And they had to overcome um, a cheating pair in second place,
Ooh.
or at least a pair that no longer plays high level bridge.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there are some really great players in Iceland, but that is a huge, huge result.
Okay, I was going to say I don't like this play by Itabashi. Um, because if we were able to duck a spade,
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to try to play two club fishing spades and just exit with the spade to West and hope they're unplayed.
oh, okay, hold on. Maybe this is fine. No, this isn't. This isn't.
I mean, it looks like that's definitely what he has. Well, I guess he could just pitch a diamond here too, right?
Yeah,
Pitch two diamonds.
he's gonna pitch two diamonds and then go king of diamonds, diamond rough, and dummy will be high, save for a spade and a high trump. I think that's it's fine. I liked an
Yeah,
alternative though,
because
given that we knew clubs were 4-3 from the opening lead. I think maybe just ducking a spade out of hand would have been better.
and no to the question in your chat, it was Belitzi and Zbudzinski were on the Polish second place team in that event.
P8 says, I believe there was a time when directors had to play a pretend match in place of the conceded match to enable the other matches to be VU-graphed. Well,
Huh.
let me tell you, it feels like just yesterday that happened.
So if you didn't answer the beer card question earlier, does line of play have to be optimal? It doesn't have to be optimal, but you cannot choose like if you just like don't play optimally, that happens, but you can't choose an inferior line of play to score a beer.
Yeah,
Like if you just miss something, it counts, but if you do it intentionally, it doesn't.
right.
Now I think the Manopo brothers were, a known bad pair in the 70s and then were asked to leave. And then I think one of them came back, but I'm not sure if they were even in that tournament. They might have been. They were probably still one of the best teams in the Asian group. But yeah, I think in 1970, the Manopos played together and, you know, only briefly after, they were asked to move on from that partnership.
Hmm. Well, we've caught
Yeah,
up with the
somewhere.
other room, but the other room has actually just been sitting here for the past 15 minutes while we've been playing boards, and we're still 30 minutes ahead of someone.
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, I guess we can take a look and see who the culprit is. It looks like it's the Millens open room where they're only on board eight.
Yeah. Uh, so let's see. We have 50 seconds of extra delay here. Does the other room. Oh, we're in.
I'm seeing 9 minutes. Yeah,
We're in.
I think yeah the Wold table. I see 9 minutes of stoppage
Okay, yeah,
time.
let's go back to the Wold table.
Yeah, we actually do have a board up there finally.
Ooh. So this is a hand. 7 no trump,
Yeah,
huh?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Yep, five diamonds, four spades. That's nine. Ace, king, queen, ace.
So 1 no, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds.
I think, unless you have really great methods, which I would guess north south here don't, I think it's impossible to get to seven. I mean, you need to find out about both minor suit kings, but I guess actually once you know about those, North can count 13 tricks.
Yeah, so, okay, you need to know that you have a diamond fit. So let's see what South does over
Right.
three diamonds.
Yeah, probably three hearts, right? With three little spades.
Yeah, it does seem like three hearts is going to show a heart stopper, ask about spades. Because South doesn't know this is a slam hand yet. South is just like, we're looking
Right.
for three now.
Yeah, South is just, under instructions to make the most natural looking three no trumpy bid, and that's what she did. I think you just don't worry about clubs here. Three no would just show stoppers in the majors. Although maybe that's wrong since partners, known to have at least one four card major.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now she just bids three no trump. She has a club stopped. And she does have an awfully good hand.
No,
Yeah,
she
four
has
clubs.
decided that her hand is diamonds after the three diamond bid. It looks like
Yeah.
she alerted three hearts as a Q bid, three spades by partner, four clubs.
Yeah, has been. So see what North does with this information.
Four hearts
He's
looks
just going
like
to key
key
card,
card to
presumably.
me. So
Yeah.
Janice should be able to respond. Well, I mean, like, she might. Okay, she bids four now. Let's see what their agreements are. Because some people will play like different things, show like first or second round
Yeah.
control in the suits.
Yeah, she has not put an explanation up.
It's coming through now. She has alerted it. I mean, she has three key cards, so maybe this is just zero or
Right.
three.
I don't see the alert on my screen yet, but I would imagine we'll get some information.
Yeah, it's just slow, the whole alerting procedures. We talked with Gavin about how to improve it. Ooh, six diamonds in the other room. Okay, so four now showed
No, so
three
you were
with a heart control. Fair enough. Five hearts asking for kings. Now Janice can bid six clubs. Why does Linda keep doubling? I mean, like, okay, look, I understand doubling four hearts, right? Um,
only five arches. Insane. So, I mean, they have a chance now, right? Because they do know about the diamond fibs, and North should be able to count the right number of tricks once he knows about the king of clubs.
yeah, what if it's ace king doubleton of clubs though? I mean, I guess that's impossible. Partner could have five diamonds, 3-3-5-2 shape. Ace king doubleton. Ooh, that would
That's
feel
barely
so
possible.
bad.
Yeah, nicely done.
Um,
You just pay off to that, I think.
no dopey or ropey. I think. Well, yeah, it just depends what their agreements are. I think a lot of players
Yeah,
will play things, show controls and stuff.
yeah, it just seems much more useful to me. I mean, at higher levels, you need to do stuff like that because your space is so compressed. But here, the auction's only in four hearts. You've got a million levels of bidding, so being able to sort that out seems useful.
Yep. Yeah, well done.
The problem hands are the ones where they bid and take away so much of your room between the Blackwood bid and your sign off bid that you need to use. That's, the extra options they gave you, but here you just don't.
Mm-hmm. Disa! What? Wait, I thought Will had called it. This whole concept of North finding out about a diamond fit and then bidding key card seems to work really well with North's hand. Disa
Yeah.
found out about a diamond fit and then just bid a small slam. Oops. So Zhang up
Yeah,
by
the
40.
seems yeah, the Wold and Wilson earned their 13 imps.
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie did great. I actually really do though want to see. Okay, hold on. Theory. If Janice was 3352, I bet she bids four diamonds over three diamonds.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
To really
maybe,
confirm.
right? But
Yeah. I mean, it's dangerous though, because that might just sound like it denies the club cubit.
yeah, yeah. Okay, but I mean, maybe she queues four clubs. I mean, man, I don't know.
At some point, without really good relays, you just can't find out about, those edge cases. You just have to, play for the big target.
True. Yeah. I mean, that's
Most of the time, that's not the hand, and anytime it is, you have 13 tricks, you just pay off.
yep. Eddie deserved 13. Disa deserved to lose 13, but it was only a 13 up swing.
Yeah,
That's
I basically
true.
agree with that.
So we think Lewis should have gone down to 187, is what you're saying? Thanks to that hand? That seems fair. This Are there other sports where you're allowed to take points off the scoreboard?
So we do have board 43 in the other room, so I imagine we'll get it here pretty quickly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's up.
West opens a
All right.
diamond because they're playing this weird weak no trump thing.
Yeah, so we'll see whether this is in range for. I was gonna say, now the North bid, it doesn't matter. I was curious whether this was a three diamond bid for them or if they had to do something else.
One heart.
It's better than a no trump.
Yeah.
I mean, playing strong no trumps, I think a no trump is fine. Playing weak no trumps, it very much does not.
Yeah.
So now I think he's a bit three diamonds. Yep.
Three diamonds mixed. You hate to do it with 5-3-3-2, but sometimes you just have no better option.
That's gonna be fine here, right? Westall bid three no trump, and that's down one, but on the heart finesse. Well, actually, it's not because the heart finesse works. Wow, or not.
What?
Yes, East West could have made three no trump here. Is it possible that West thinks it's a full preempt? Because I think opposite of mixed raise, you got a bid.
Yeah. That is a conundrum.
I mean, it's not a great game with the takeout double since you really do need that heart finesse. Like white is probably not worth being in, even though it does make
Yeah. But
50-50 your break even point, and this is less than 50-50.
I mean, partners three diamond mixed raise didn't have to be this bad.
No, that's true. They do have an ace though, which is pretty important.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, see whether this does generate a swing.
Yeah, six card diamond suit is possible in East Hand. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Or like honestly the exact same hand with the King of Hearts is possible.
Right, like this is the bottom end of the range. That would be the top end of the range. So in this hand it's not a finesse, on the other it's cold. Maybe that does mean you're supposed to bid it.
Yeah. I think the general theory is like you need to have your three diamond range needs to be you always do the same thing with 18 to 19 or whatever your like
Yes, I agree with that.
yeah thing is. So three diamonds here as mixed should be 18 to 19 bids game.
Yeah, well, he has 17, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like either, bid with a Chuno rebid or pass with a Chuno rebid. Either agreement is fine, but yeah, you have to honor it.
Right, you just have to pick one though. Like you can't have your three
Yeah.
diamond range straddle the range of like what partner's supposed to do
Yes.
with like 18 to 19 because then it's like you bid
Yes.
three diamonds and partner's the one guessing, not the opponents on every single hand.
Yeah, and by the way, he's could have just chose to bid two diamonds, which, with this hand maybe would have dealt with that problem.
Yeah. What is their no trump range here? Don't worry, I got you covered. Their no trump range
I,
is do 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 11 to 14.
Michael in the chat says 11 plus to 14, which,
Yeah,
given
that's
that we've seen some heavy passes for the East-West pair, seems probably correct.
yep. Ooh, we got a new hand. Looks like the slow pair has sped up, or maybe they've been hit with more time penalties. Good old 7 card suit over there in the East hand.
Yeah, so it looks to me like this is a part score deal for both pairs, but I bet at least one of them thinks it isn't and bids a game. Probably East-West.
Yeah, you hate to see the stiff king opposite queen jack doubleton not being useful.
Yeah. And North-South can make three spades, but not four. Again, for the same reason that they have Trump loser.
Wait, are we so sure about this?
I mean, little diamonds 3-3 would make four spades easy. Maybe you can still make it with the diamond splitting 4-2.
Well, see, the thing
You got
is,
plenty of vendors in North End.
I think West would lead a diamond.
So you just duck this, play the ace of spades, and set up the diamonds.
Uh, yeah, that's the plan. Maybe it's still not quite enough if they switch to clubs at trick two, but
I think if they play club at trick 2, you're down. Yeah, and ace of spade or you know ace of spades, ace and rough a diamond. You can rough in and play another club, and now you're cut off from those diamonds. I think, right?
mm-hmm.
No, because you can use all your trumps as entries.
Yeah, but then you lose a couple of heart tricks. Like you need to be able to duck a heart at some point, and that lets them cash a club.
No, it's fine because you use the ace of spades and two trumps as entries, and you only need one rough, and you've got a fourth trump left for it.
But we can't use the ace of spades and two trumps as entries. The opponents have a trump trick.
Oh, right.
The Pollocks are the ones at fault. Maybe there have been more direct recalls and they're going to get hit with more penalties. One can only hope.
Yeah. Quieter hand than I expected. I thought East West might get overboard.
Janice does really well to duck this Queen of Hearts. Ooh!
Yeah.
And earns
Wow.
herself an extra trick. Got him.
Amazing. That is a pretty insulting play from East.
Alright, what's going on in the other room? Oh. Well, Corbell opened the West hand a 14 to 16 no trump. Two diamonds showed diamonds in a major. And Sylvia was like, man, I love my shape, 7-2-2, and my Queen Jack Doubleton and Queen Doubleton. Those are going to be working cards. Tried Texas. I'm just giving like a play-by-play of what was going on in her
Actually,
head.
yeah, Will points out that North needed.
North needed the King of Hearts,
North,
otherwise they wouldn't have been able to pass throughout. Yes.
yeah, that's funny. I mean, North never really had a chance to make a bid, but yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe North overcalls a no trump with 15, right? And the stiff King of Hearts.
Yeah, maybe. So, a little unusually, I feel like most of the expert pairs these days play Woolsey doubles to show a hand like North with a four card major, longer minor, rather than don't as decent Marky Debauchery are playing.
Mm-hmm. Ace of diamonds. All right, we're gonna see the local club game defense, right? Ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs.
I guess we're playing standard signals, or is that suit preference? You think that
I
deuce?
think they're playing standard signals, but I would need to pull up the card, and I am far too lazy. I've pulled up way too many cards today.
Yeah, one board to go on the side. I don't really care that much either.
This is as someone who was like kibitzing Mark and probably trying to pay attention to what was happening. Um,
Wow, look what just happened. He played the seven of clubs, and Disa must have thought that they were playing standard carding
this
also. Why would he not play the nine?
this doesn't cost though. There's no
This
entry to
doesn't
take the heart
cost.
finesse.
Well, sure there is.
How?
Oh, I see. Because he can. Because when he plays the nine, pitching a club, South gives it over rough
Yeah.
or rough it, whatever. Yeah, yeah. Wow. All
Hey
right,
Dan.
so
Yeah, Sylvia is winning currently. This is where chat reminds me that I promised no one playing precision would have made it this far in the event. All right, one board to go. Heading back to the other room. So this segment has been 44-7. Let me get a score update on the other matches. So obviously Rosenthal, Ivaturi. Rosenthal's already through. Rubenstein against Pollock. Rubenstein has corrected course, and they've won this segment, or are winning this segment, so it looks good for them. Millens against Ding. Millens has also won this segment. They're in the lead by 33. We'll probably head over there for the final set. Oh, good. We have another 7-card suit.
wow. Well, at least we have a board, so I'll take that.
A heart, a spade, two clubs. Two clubs. Two clubs?
You would think. I maybe he's planning to preempt once his partner passed over heart. Yep.
I I was so I wasn't going to say 3 clubs, but I thought 4 clubs was a lot more likely than 3. There it is. So now do they have any chance of getting to 3 no trump from here?
Can they make four no trump though?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Maybe not. 4 no trump.
No, why not? They have 10 top tricks. Take club finesse twice.
7, 8. Oh yeah, they just have 10 top tricks. That's true. 5 clubs is also making, by the way.
Does he just lose a spade and a heart with the king of hearts to north? Yep.
Yeah. I mean, this it feels like this has not gone great for Paul.
No, well, I was gonna say like if they got some one of those, I wonder if this might finally be the kind of swing their way, but nope.
Yeah, unfortunately, preempting your partner. I mean, like both opponents have been vulnerable. Your partner's passed, and you're sitting over there with 11, and your partner has the best hand at the table.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna see what's happening in the other room on this board. Yeah, it started a little differently.
Yeah, all right, we can head over there. Oh, you are so right. This is very different. There's 3 now. A heart, a spade, 2 clubs by West. Support double, blue card.
Yeah, I think there's card showing. Two hearts, whatever it was, probably shoving a stopper, denying a spade stopper. And Sylvia's delighted to bid 3 no trump with some helping hearts and a spade stopper and an ace.
Do we feel like Dan should be bidding two hearts and pulling the redouble?
I think so, because if you don't, they're going to bid two hearts. North is about to bid two hearts. And that's really bad for you because you want to make that bid.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to double two hearts with West?
I don't think so. I mean, you have seven possibly running clubs, or you want to just get to your size contract.
How bad is two
You
hearts
know, I think
doubled?
I don't know. I think particularly in a match that well, also the opponents were going to get to two spades, right? But in a match that you're ahead in and probably think you're a better team, you just want to be doing down the middle stuff, right? You don't want to be betting a giant chunk of imps on whether you can leave two hearts doubled.
Hmm.
I think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like a huge position.
Yeah, okay. I buy it.
And two spades was, yeah, whatever. They're going to lose a spade, a heart, a club, a diamond off the top, or two diamonds off the top, and maybe have a little extra work to do, so they probably go down one ish, maybe two. Like it's not as bad as it looks, I don't think. And maybe it is if they start trumps. I take it back.
I mean, this looks like a nightmare for North South if they had landed somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. As it is, East West are going to win 10-ish imps here, so kind of justifies their decision. Getting 800 was going to be worth like a couple more imps, but no big deal.
Mm-hmm. All right, club to the jack, heart to the queen, club to the queen.
Yeah.
So this will be 660.
Yeah, so I think that's win 11. Is that correct? 510?
510 is 11, yeah. I mean, as long as Disa holds on to that diamond queen, pitches all of her spades.
Well, it doesn't matter. 720 would also be 11.
That's true, okay. Fair point. I
And
believe
I guess the
Declare is
work's going
going
to
to
be now
make it from
690
here.
anyway.
Let's take a
Yeah.
look at these scores currently. So Rubenstein against Pollock still has a few boards to go. Oh, Millens against Ding has really opened up. Millens has won 25 this set.
Yeah, I wonder whether there's going to be a time penalty. And I've still got half an hour to play three boards, so I don't think they're really in penalty danger, even though they're farther behind, behind everyone else.
Oh no.
And Pollock could be. They're only on board
No,
the 11th
Pollock
board
just
this
gets a
set.
time penalty every segment,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and another half an imp is going to go Rubenstein's way.
Yeah. I. Okay, well, I was going to. So I'm into the Pollock against
Yeah, I've got about.
Rubenstein match. I'm in Adam and Emma's room.
Mhm.
But oh man, I mean, this is an opportunity for Pollock to make a big swing because their teammates did not make it to the grand.
So are Bill and Roseanne the last strong club pair left in this event?
No, a lot of the
Who else?
Comptons
Oh, right. Yes, the
teammates and Corbel and Sylvia play Toaster.
is that Sylvia's relay precision?
Yeah, it's not Sylvia's actually. She stole
Oh,
it from Noble Shore and Mike Gill, who
that's it.
were from the area.
Yeah, they were Marylanders, I believe, right?
Yep.
Other than them still play, I feel like I haven't seen them in years.
Uh,
I feel like I've seen Noble more recently, but not that recently.
Yeah, they mostly don't play anymore. Um, Dan, from programmer perspective, who designed this site?
I don't know. The last time I answered that question, I deeply insulted one of the kibitzers, so I'm not going to say anything.
I
I
think
also don't know the answer.
so. I think we identified the person who made the site. They were playing in some Hungarian championship while the site was burning around them, and so they like couldn't be reached to fix all of the problems. um,
Yeah, Real Bridge, which I like playing on quite a bit. And they used the trials at one point a couple of years ago. Um, was written by some British programmers, and I think that has it all over this. But they got their reasons.
Yeah, Toaster's been around for like 20 years, and I'm pretty sure these two guys from my local area came up with the system about 20 years ago. It would have been when I was in high school. I'm not gonna like put my stamp of like this must have happened. I won't be wagering the house on that, but I'm pretty sure because they were always discussing like updates and changes to the conventions, which isn't to say that they couldn't have like picked up Toaster like some generic version and made their own system, but I think they were the ones who designed it. There's probably an article on Bridge Winners about it. I don't remember though. Okay, hold on. What info do we have? wait,
I don't know, but
wait.
it seems to have been sufficient.
Wait just a second. Hold on. I'm I'm sorry. What?
So I think six clubs. I mean, values only means values in clubs. So maybe like when North is looking at the queen, he knows that means the king.
Yeah, but then North can count 13 top tricks.
Maybe he thinks that you know on some hands you might need to rough the clubs good for 13th. I don't know. I no, I guess you're right. There's no hand where there's no hand where seven diamonds is better than seven no trump. The partners, the dreaded ace king of clubs are the same.
Yeah, but this is okay. All right. We'll move on. This I mean like what is 5 spades and 6 clubs being announced as values?
That I couldn't tell you. So four spades was I see. So four hearts was key card.
Yep.
So four spades was three. I would guess five spades was like a general grand slam try.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So like maybe she could bid five no trump with a bunch of kings, six clubs effectively, specifically the club king. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a great use of the space to me
Yeah,
compared
except
to
except
the
so North can count um
I don't.
oh, okay. Hold on. I see the problem. But like North I think just has to bid 5 hearts because the king of clubs gives you 13 tricks. The king of hearts
Right.
doesn't. I don't know, super weird. Maybe 5 spades offered 5 no trump if South really had no kings.
Thing that made that five. I thought five spades was just a slam force. I would have thought the five no trump showed, some number of kings greater than one.
That would
Because
make
there's no space
sense.
below. Right, like with so little space below your slam suit, you only have two bids available. So one of them kind of needs to be that, like, I have a bunch of kings but can't bid it unilaterally.
Yeah.
Probably two. I think three can bid a grand unilaterally, so five no should show exactly two.
Mm-hmm.
So you have three kings, just bid the grand, whatever partner has will probably be happy.
All right, last. Wait, I was going to say last board. I'm sorry. we're still like 25 minutes before the round is over. We must have watched the fast tables. Um,
So since we've seen this board, can I tell my Bill Pollock story?
oh, yes, please. That's very relevant.
So this is probably like 2013 or 14. Bill, he had a career in telecommunications, and at one point he was living in Myanmar for a couple of years, helping to I don't know, it might have even been build their telephone network and, or possibly just like optimize it. So I'm playing with Soup Hikus. We were warming up for Sonya, and she and Rosie were very close. So Roseanne was there, and like Sue and I, had some round break, and now I go, out and come back, and Sue and Roseanne are chatting, and I go up to them, and Sue says to Roseanne, and it's like what sounded to me like a very concerned voice, "Is Billy still in that place?" And I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna step away here and let them have their conversation. So after they finish their conversation, it's like what's going on with Billy? Like, she's like, oh, I can never remember what they call Burma now, so I called it that place. And like, it sounded like he was in a home. Yeah, he's been back in the U.S. for some time, but that I gotta say sounds like a pretty cool retirement project.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it was probably like somewhere around 70, so a little bit out of the workforce, but like what an amazing opportunity that must have been.
Yeah,
Anyway, they've gotten to 3-0 Trump. And on this auction, you certainly want to be there because the opponents haven't told you anything about where the King of Hearts might be.
right? Yeah, Adam opened a club and North had nothing to say. So, King of Spades from King Queen third. Honor third. Just a good lead against these three no trump contracts.
Yeah,
Sometimes partner
always.
has ace fifth. Not today, though. I feel like
Yeah,
Adam is
maybe.
about to get a second spade trick and won't have to try the heart finesse.
Yeah, and even Jack fifth might be good enough if partner has a guaranteed entry.
Yeah.
No reason why the diamonds have to be solid.
Yeah, I have the feeling that this spade trick is going to go low, jack, low, queen of spades, low, 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 spade to the ace.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Oh, but Adam wasn't prepared for the jack. That's true. Okay, fine. To be fair, if he played low in tempo, yeah, he was
Yeah,
really unprepared for that jack to pop up.
you're a few seconds ahead of me because I saw that pause before he played the five, but it was after you said he paused before playing the five.
Hmm.
Gonna
I can
reload this and
refresh.
see.
Maybe it will fix
No,
the.
you're ahead of me. I think I need to refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is like, maybe there's just some like weird way it handles data where it just like gets, clunkier and clunkier as the set moves on. But we've seen that a few times where like it just froze entirely or we were, out of sync, which is kind of a sign that maybe it doesn't have the best programming in the world.
That's the truth.
I wonder, if anyone in the chat can enlighten us, whether there's going to be cards or tablets at the World Championships this fall. I think we had heard cards the other day, but I don't remember.
Ooh, yeah, no, I don't remember either. Well, North still continued the Queen of Spades, so that's getting ducked.
And he just has nothing else to
Oh,
do.
wait,
I
wait,
mean,
wait.
I
No,
thought
he
about
just
two
wins
things to
this
work, but
because now he can set up a spade by force. Low spade to the
right.
nine. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
there will
no,
be
this is
cards
nice
or
track.
tablets at Worlds. Gotcha.
At least one.
Yeah, at least
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, just checking to make sure he doesn't have to set up the diamonds, but they split.
With ace jack of spades, South would have overtaken the king of spades at trick one.
Yeah, so now he can even take the heart finesse. It's free.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Well, it's not free anymore. All right, well, now it is.
Yep. 10 tricks, easy game. Outbid, outplayed. Hugh Grosvenor and Ian Robinson from New Zealand were the first to play a Toaster-like system. Gotcha.
Interesting. So Hugh was resident in the U.S. because his wife, I think it was his wife who took a job here, not him. And he played with Jeff Roman for a while, so I got to know him a little bit from the D.C. area. I've never met his partner, but Hugh was a really, really good guy, as was his wife. Well, his wife was a good woman, but yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Lovely couple. I think she may have had some kind of diplomatic job, although I'm not sure.
This looks like an exciting result for East West in the other room. Five hearts doubled down two. So West opens a no
Yeah,
trump.
Phantom, obviously. Yeah, same bid as Dan Corbel. Five hearts is a Phantom. And it doesn't look like that tempting a Phantom, right? With West having a bunch of defense and East having 7x2 with Queens and Jacks.
Yeah. I think some people get tempted by the vulnerability on these things. They're like, well, it's going to be super cheap, so may as well save. And then it
Yeah.
costs you 9 imps.
Yeah, I mean, if it's down one, that's kind of true. But, once you start getting into the down two zone, it's really costly.
Yeah.
Down one just isn't a big deal.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's a trump lead.
I mean, this is still fine, right? And the
Yeah.
defense does need to find a cash out, but North is just going to keep laying down aces until his partner gives him some good news.
Yep. So what do we do as Adam? Because we know that we really just need to set up a diamond to pitch a club or set up clubs to pitch both diamonds. I think we pull the last trump with the 7 of hearts and lead queen of diamonds, 10 of diamonds out of hand.
So, what defensive error are you hoping to induce?
North doesn't play the ace of diamonds on either of these tricks.
I mean, the first one, of course, he won't. The second one, there's just no reason to duck that, right?
He's just, yeah, probably.
I mean, I keep looking to see if there's any way to induce a spade duck, but I think that's just totally impossible.
Yeah,
I mean, the other thing you can do is play on clubs and hope that they can't figure out to catch the ace of spades.
that seems pretty unlikely. But he does play club.
Yeah, yeah. You say as he makes the play. Uh,
Yep. Well,
so
I mean, I think
South
it's
is
pretty
going to play.
unlikely they don't take the ace of spades, but you're right. Like it's pretty unlikely that the defense gets this one wrong. They do still have some work to do though.
I mean, South is just going to play a diamond. Yeah, now North is going to keep catching aces until that stops working.
Yeah.
And I
Ace of
think ace of
spades,
spades
ace of
first, and then ace of
clubs.
clubs.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like if Declare didn't have that stiff king of spades, they might have had a better chance. Because then North
Right.
might have gone ace of spades, spade.
I mean, North discouraging spades, so I think he would just cash his aces first and then play one. But yeah, it would be you know at least a losing option.
Mm-hmm. All right, 4 hearts down one. 6 imps to Rubenstein, who is back up over 50, 55.
Yeah, one board to go on the set. Uh,
Two
Wow.
spades in the south, making. Zach Grossack is a god. I don't even know if he's the one who played this, but I assume it was.
It was. We're gonna play now. So a diamond went to the ace, and a trump came back. Declare played a second trump, and then ran. We'll play the jack of hearts to the king. Ducked a club to West.
Okay, no.
We
All
played.
right, we will show this. Hold on, let's figure out where East West
This
get.
is really. This whole thing is very strange.
This is actually amazing. Okay, but
Yeah, the world needs to see this.
they do. All right, we'll get to it in just a second. It doesn't change my opinion that Zach's just a god, but this is some incredible work. It only swung 5 tricks.
5 tricks? I don't believe that.
East could have won and pulled trumps and then cashed the entire club suit. West hand was high.
Oh, wait. He's gonna pull Trump. Oh, because they sold the ace of spades.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Emma doesn't go for the redouble. I do wonder. This would have been a very interesting because I think the auction would have started a heart pass a spade 2 clubs double in every open room. So I'm
Right.
curious how many East Wests would have collected a large penalty at that point in the auction. I kind of feel
I
like
mean, not whoever's at the other table in this match.
yeah, but I mean this is the mixed, right? I'm talking
Right.
like for the open field. Like I'm sure Cran and Vince would have like collected 1100 or something against 2 of a major.
1100 seems like a lot.
It does, but they just like pull tricks out of thin air. I'm just giving them some leeway.
Well, they're just getting to the normalish 3-no Trump.
Yeah. All right, 3 now is going to be boring. No one wants to watch this. Let's take a look at this. Is there a way that I can make this? Oh yeah, here we go. There's a play button. We can watch it like a
Yeah.
movie. How fast does this play button go? Hold on. We'll
It's
we'll
pretty
pause when
fast.
we get to the crucial trick.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is really quite fast.
Okay. So now a club has gone around to West. Where as declarer, we're just like trying to rough a club in North's hand. Seems reasonable. We're in like major danger if East ever gets in. So West works out what's going on, leads the 9 of hearts to the 10 to small.
Nice play, by the way, playing small from dummy to,
Yeah,
yeah,
and East plays. Hold on. We'll take a look. The largest disparity between a double dummy solver play ever. Down 5 versus making. So East plays
there's
low.
the rest.
Now West is like not only on lead again without East to be able to pull trumps. West is kind of like end played. Tries the ace of clubs. This was unsuccessful. Now declares king is set up. Now a heart ruff. Now we can lead the king of clubs. East roughs and pulls trumps, but is end played into not only giving declare the diamond finesse, but dummies high. The hearts are all good.
It's just incredible.
So 2 spades making 2.
As you like to say, what a player.
He really is.
I also kind of meant East.
looks like Emma is just going to make 10 tricks in three now. No, 11 tricks after this heart lead. Seven clubs, two hearts, a spade, and a diamond.
Uh,
Definitely worthy of a bridge winners post. Ooh.
I don't know.
It takes the sting out of it, though, now that they've. But see, like, if I make a bridge winners post, then they'll be. The Pollux will respond and be like, well, at least we beat those darn kids. They'll be like the Scooby Doo villains. Cash the Queen of Hearts before taking a club hook. Imagine if the club hook was offside. Wait a second. Emma won the Ace of Hearts at trick one? Hold on. I actually don't know what happened on the defense.
Yeah, nor do I. There's no way to rewind the. Oh, that's right. Gavin did find the way to rewind the play.
Oh.
I see. So.
I see. Okay, so Emma made an oopsie at trick one. She really wanted to preserve that Ace of Hearts as an entry, just in case North started with King third of clubs. It all worked out because South had the King of clubs. And she worked out to take the club finesse. Okay, I mean, like, this deserves some looking over. So we were watching that was Rubinstein Pollock, the very last hand. So the Jack of Hearts, when Sylvia played this hand, basically the same auction, I mean a similar type auction, she played low at trick one to preserve the Ace of Hearts as an entry to the long clubs. Emma flew the Ace of Hearts and then realized that dummy was entryless, so she tried the effect of the Queen of Clubs, which held the trick.
Yeah, I saw that.
This is like so amazing. I don't know the tempo on South ducking. I honestly don't. And now a heart came through.
I mean, South of course thought that East had a singleton club, right? Otherwise, the play made just no sense whatsoever.
Well, but if East had a singleton club, then like South should win because dummy was entryless after that Ace of Hearts went away.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
So
you're right.
a diamond came to the ace, and now Declare took a club finesse. this is what we paid for. This is good stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I don't know how any of this happened. I mean, presumably the idea is that North would never have thought to duck with King Doubleton of clubs, but I think North would. Maybe.
Yeah, and for sure, right?
So.
And have you ever heard of the Anne Gallagher finesse?
No.
So the Anne Gallagher finesse is a two-way finesse for a queen, where like you have ace 10 fourth, up to king jack fourth, and you play low to the jack and it holds, and you play low to the 10 and that holds too.
Oh yeah. I've done that before. It's good.
So yeah, this is kind of a variation of that.
Yeah. That is always an amusing play because it's like a safety play, right? You're trying to protect against 4-1 trumps.
Yeah, exactly. And like, and yeah, an expert might figure out to duck the queen there to like hope you cross the ace and play one back, and now they laugh at you.
The Pollux just
withdrew down 68.
It's
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Brent and Caprera are screaming at each other so much that they just decided to not play the last set.
That would make sense. And when you're four-handed, if one of your pairs drops out, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I think especially after that last war, that should have been down 5. And with that pair, I think I told you they got either suspended or put on probation for yelling at each other too much at the table. Like those two were really volatile.
Yeah, but like they aren't even in the same room. How can they yell at each other? Do you think they're yelling at their opponents?
Remember, we're half an hour away from real time, right? Like at the end of the segment, they found each other, started screaming, and the team withdrew.
They got another -1 infant time penalty.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I bet that's what happened. That they were just disgusted with each other's play and didn't want to continue.
That makes sense.
Well, so we've only got two matches left in play here, huh?
Yeah, so it's 48 for Millens and 47 for Zhang. It does look like the top seeds are going to win their matches after all. Let's watch Millens.
Sure. So I don't have anything up yet.
No,
Yeah, I guess
it's
over to
going to
you.
be a while, I guess.
I'm going to step away briefly. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Sure.
I can feed my cat and give her daily pills. See you in a moment.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Rosenthal's through. They will be playing the winner of Zhang and Lewis, which looks like it might be Zhang. Rubinstein's through. They'll be playing the winner of Millens and Ding, which looks like it might be Millens. Good night, ATN. Sleep well. How far apart are the hotel and rooms where the matches are held? You're playing at the hotel that you're sleeping in. I mean, I can't say that definitely. I'm sure that Aaron or Gavin could have commented on that, but when I played in the event where we were just like at the hotel behind screens, we were upstairs in the rooms and then we would come downstairs to like it. They moved beds in hotel rooms. So this hotel doesn't have like a ballroom area or anything like that. So you're playing in another hotel room. But when we were doing it, because we didn't have tablets, we would have a screen. So they would effectively like take the bed and shove it into the closet of the hotel. And these weren't like super large rooms, but they weren't like really small hotel rooms either. It was just like imagine a single hotel room where it's like you have a bed, you have like a desk, there are some chairs, maybe a table, and a little bit of floor space, and that was it. It's an unusual hotel that doesn't have an event space. I'm not certain that they don't have an event space, but like we weren't a big enough event that they would um, justify renting out the entire event space just for this thing. So yeah, I mean they shoved us into hotel rooms, brought the screens in and the tables and everything, and we were just like playing in a hotel room. Vugraph operator like sitting literally right behind me, like hunched over my shoulder. Um, I imagine you're nearby to the other room but not adjacent. They might like purposely try and rent rooms that are very far away. I think that's possible. I remember that our teammates were playing like really far away. Like it was like we would have to walk down like two different hallways all the way down to get to where our teammates were playing. So they probably do the same thing. You know, like maybe they rent out like a separate group of rooms and they put like the open room for every match pretty close together and the closed room for every match pretty close together. But they played the last junior trials in an event space and it was terrible. The two sides of the screen were in different rooms, but you could walk around the room and easily glance at people. So, oh God. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I guess they're still working on finding the right setup. It's not like they've been hosting this at the exact same location for years. you British people are trustworthy. That might not be accurate. I'll take your word for it, though. All right, Millens against Ding. We've got 15 minutes. I think juniors are often pretty trustworthy on this kind of stuff. Like maybe you do something a little bit shady and unethical, but oftentimes it's not because you're trying to be that way. You're just, inexperienced and don't know.
What was the topic of discussion?
Oh, just like how the setup is at the hotel. Like, do they have the rooms next door to each other? Blah, blah, blah. I was talking about our experience where we were playing
Mhm.
behind screens in a hotel room. The Camrose was all played in 2 rooms. You think it's more likely that people will kill someone who cheated? Um, yeah, that too. Like representing your country as opposed to like sponsorship stuff. There's there is less incentive to cheat. Um, like as a junior, you're generally not doing this as a full time pro, although some do, and for that reason, you just kind of you play to have fun. So like you're not gonna cheat, I guess. Has a junior ever sponsored a junior trials team? Interesting question. I don't know the answer to that.
That is an interesting question. I would be surprised. I feel like that's really pretty far from the spirit of Junior Bridge.
I think it might be a little bit too young. Like to sponsor a team,
Yeah, but there must be people who are children of wealthy parents and could afford to.
yeah, but like then are they going to play bridge?
Who knows if they're like children of a wealthy sponsor, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Like Olivia's playing professionally because she's really good, but her father sponsors teams and certainly has enough spare cash to sponsor a team for her too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course she is now making a living as a professional player. At least, I think during her gap year, which I say sounds like a pretty fun way to be 19 years old.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen her recently. I don't think she's playing anymore.
Uh, I thought she was playing and I definitely saw her in Louisville, and I thought she was playing in one of the trials. Am I in the open trials? Am I wrong?
None in the open trials, no. Dinkin was playing with
Oh,
Yoko.
she's on a women's team. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, she is playing on a women's team. I see. There's like
Yeah, I was
three of
gonna
them.
say, good.
Do we know what's going on for the women's trials? There's like 3 teams entered.
I don't know. Maybe they play a round robin to eliminate one team and then a knockout.
Yeah. What are they going to cook up for the system here? they're
Yeah.
they're going to have to outdo themselves with the whole like let's play a round robin to eliminate 3 teams and then reseed the whole event randomly. Let's go to this room. Sandra and Shan, Chris and Hong.
Or is that open or closed?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Um,
Right. It looks to be closed.
Still got 7
Uh,
minutes.
So there's round robin or quarterfinal if 5 to 8 teams enter. Does not say what happens if 3 teams enter. The schedule will depend on number of teams.
Yeah, they haven't worked out how to make it as terrible as possible. Well, I wouldn't put it past
Well,
them.
actually, um, I see. So the Baker team has a contingency plan if the Rimsteads win this event, because then that'll mean Debbie and Migri did not win and they're going to be added.
Wait,
So
what?
there's actually two other. So all three women's teams have players who were in the event that we're currently watching,
Okay, yep,
but only one of them can win, of course.
right.
So I guess if the so Sylvie and Janice are on a team, they're also on the Zhang team. But I guess if that team wins the mix, then there's only two teams in the women's.
Well, what I was told is that the players just get like booted off the team for the women's.
Right, but that team has three players. It would, so there's no they're a four-handed team and three of them are in this event.
Oh, okay, I see.
And same with so of course they just withdrew, but the Pollock team had actually I guess it had Disa, Linda Lewis, and Roseanne, so those were on different teams.
Hmm.
But yes, but the Baker team, uh, one of their pairs are Cecilia and Sandra Rimstedt, so they would get booted, but they're allowed to add alternates, and their alternates are Debbie and Miggery.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Will
I
Olivia was on your team in the
was sworn
opens.
that I saw her. Yeah, okay, I'm not crazy here. At least that's not evidence of it.
I just didn't remember. None of your matches were memorable, or at least like I don't think I saw Olivia playing in the opens. I don't think we watched her table.
I see. They can get subs even though like so I see. So once they've entered the event, they can just change their configuration however much they want at that point. That seems bad. Oh yeah,
Well,
and I don't think they're going to get a fourth team, but that would be nice.
well, let's see. So Jolly came down with COVID, and Adam
Oh
Parrish
really?
was added as like a last minute replacement. Um, yeah, I commented on a defense where you were playing, but that's only because I saw every single other table fail the defense or switch to diamonds immediately, which made the defense trivial. And you were the only one who came up with like what I think is the correct winning defense on the board. So I had to bring it up. But I wasn't actually watching the set. We got 3.5 minutes to go. It was a very nice defense, though. In your defense.
So I must be behind because I have a Twitch window with Brady Butt on it, and I see it taking down to 345, and my own desktop window says 422.
You should refresh the Lovebridge site
I
because,
did. Now it says three. Yeah,
yeah, because,
but I would never have known if you hadn't said that.
yeah, I was told that the clock that counts down is client side. So that means if you like tab out to a different window, for whatever reason, the internet just slows down if you're not focused on the window. So if you like go do something else on your computer, the clock is going to start moving slower.
Yeah, in this case, I actually in the same window I opened a new tab with the USBF site, so that must be why.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a very nice result. Wow, being eighth in the Butler.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Not good enough to pull the team through, but it is a
Yeah,
tough
nonetheless.
field, the opens.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there's multiple teams that if they won the trials would have a chance to win the Bermuda Bowl or whatever it is, Olympiad.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it does feel like generally, I mean, some years better than others, but if you win a match, like any match in the Open US trials, um, you're probably a contender for winning the Bermuda Bowl.
Yeah, yeah, either Fleischer or Nickel would be, among the very top seeds in the actual event.
Right, but
Only
like
one of them
even
gets to go this year.
Rosenthal and
Right.
Simpson, who got knocked out in the semifinals, like we would probably be happy sending those teams to compete, and they might medal or win.
Yeah.
Leibowitz, of course. Um, Basically anyone who wasn't Bailey from the quarterfinals.
Right.
No, but yeah, I mean Bailey did well. They won a match, right? They deserve to get to
Yeah.
the quarters. The field can't be that tough if one of your former partners won it. Hold on. I'm going to work out who this was. Who won? Fleischer. Oh, Joe, you played with Gru, right?
Uh, are you talking to me? No.
No.
one of my four. Sorry, I see shift. Yeah.
Shift.
Um,
We won't hold it against him for playing with you. All right, last set coming up. Nope, now we have another 5 minute break.
oh my God. Well, I wonder if the most recent withdrawal is causing trouble.
Oh, God, please, no. Not this again. Uh, they they have updated Pollock's score to be -3 in the imp correction. That's just okay. Pollock. Oh, they just up. Oh no! Don't do this to me. They just updated
Uh,
Rubenstein Pollock as a withdraw.
so that must be why they've got to reboot this whole stupid thing.
I know how you feel, Shift. No one remembers me either. Are you crazy in thinking that 120 boards is too many? Eh. Oh no! Not this again.
That's fine. If this does happen, I got some stuff to do tonight.
Oh god.
Yeah, and I think the thing about 120 boards though is it's much, much more likely to result in the winner who played the best in a 60 board match, like in a Spin Gold or Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
And also again, like the purpose of this is to really simulate what it's like to play in the World Championship to make sure we send not just the best team, but the team best for that event. And those matches are 2 days.
Yeah, Ellie Culbertson brings up, I think, probably the more important point, which is the stamina thing. I mean, it's basically what you're saying, like these 2 day matches at the World Championships, but you you want to make sure that the teams who get to the end of the event are still going to be able to play high level bridge after like 6 or 8 or 10 days or however long your
Yeah.
trials thing is. You don't want this to be over in like 4 days. They get to the World Championships and then like they're good for the first 3 days, but then they fall flat when it gets to the
Right.
knockouts.
Yeah, and I think this might be as much as a 2 week long event, from the start of the round robin to the finals.
The World Championships. Hmm.
Yeah.
How many results change after 60 boards? We can look at
Yeah, that's actually really interesting.
the open trials. I think the answer is non-zero, which I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad. The theory being that the more boards you play, the more likely the better team wins. But I do think that rather more important than just picking a winner after 60 boards versus 120 boards is the stamina thing. Simmons, Hammond, and round of 16. Why don't we make football 3 hours then? Well, because, I mean, I don't think the World Cup has stamina issues. Like,
Of
we
course, I'm trying
could.
to
I mean, if you
find.
wanted to get the better football team to play, granted, there are some additional issues with that, right? Because the players, what is CTE? The players don't have enough stamina to like keep going for another 90 minutes. Like most of them play 90 minutes and they're done. Like some of them will play 120 if it goes to two overtimes, but people aren't really like built for 180 minutes of like full on running.
But I just look, it's 14 full days of play if you're in the final.
Got it. Oh yeah, so Mark Rivora says Nickel were a long way behind after 60 boards in the quarterfinal, and Nickel made it on through. That was against Juicer. Yeah, Nickel had a comeback in that match.
Right, right. They had a couple of big quarters in the second day, or big eighths on the second day, as I recall.
Yep.
All right, I think if we don't have boards by the time the clock hits 110, you've seen the last of me for the night.
Oh no, you can go. This isn't going to happen.
No, I mean, yes, if there is bridge, I'll hang out. But if there is not, I'm going to go do some work.
I mean, you
You know,
could
actually, I think
do
I'm gonna.
so like I think you could do the whole football thing depending on how players feel about playing on back-to-back days. You could have a 90-minute match, like 90 minutes of a 3-hour match one day, then everyone goes to sleep and then you play another 90 minutes. Oh, we got
Oh, well, look at that.
cards. Okay, I guess we're in. So Diamond by East, pass by
Yeah, so Rob,
South.
by the way, in the Twitch window that I've opened of yours, I just saw the hand. I wonder, let me press that and see if it's behind. Yeah, so no from two clubs. Great. Little aggressive by North.
Yeah, they are gonna have to pick up a lot of imps though.
Yeah, true. 48 is certainly a pretty hefty margin with 15 boards to go. I mean, Compton's three clubs looks a little conservative too, right? Like, doesn't four clubs seem attractive?
Hmm. Depends on
Like, your
North's
partner,
style.
that's true. Like, your partner has a real overcall. We love our hand. Obviously, here he has some reasons to know that he hates his hand.
Yeah.
I mean, three clubs looks like the limit, right? With three hearts and a diamond to lose, even with his spade finesse working and clubs breaking.
Yeah, I can't believe that North South didn't just double this and collect 300 against three diamonds.
Yeah, right. Trump, two clubs and three spades.
Yeah. All right, another club throw, Queen of Spades switch.
Yeah, and SJ, like, that's true, but this isn't an event for new players. This is an event for the most, both this and the World Championship in October are events for the world's most experienced players, right? Like, the goal is just different. If you want to play in a more casual tournament, you got plenty of opportunities.
Man, that Ten of Spades continuation from North really
Yeah.
confused me. All right, Shan, you got a guess for down one if you can figure it out. He doesn't actually have a guess, but he's thinking about it.
Right. Yeah, he has a potential guess for down one.
Yep. Queen of diamonds. All right, down
All
two.
right.
14 boards to go.
Yes, that feels kind of like a nothing board, which is not what the Ding team needs.
Yeah, especially when they open a no trump on the East hand in the other room, and that just passes out. And that contract did not do so well. It went down four.
Uh, I see. So 3 imps to Millins to start the segment, going the wrong way if you're a Ding fan.
Yeah, 2 no, 3 no. Again, probably not the board that we're looking for.
No, I mean this doesn't look like it's going to make, but it does look like it's going to be flat. You can pick up all 4 diamonds, but that still only gets you up to 8 tricks.
Yep, I'm gonna need to sneak a club through. I don't think Sandra is gonna be all that intent on ducking.
It's a little weird to me. I guess maybe Shan just figures he's about to play a third round, but Sanders obviously a little confused by the action.
Well, I feel like he
And
didn't
she
want to
might,
play the Queen of Spades. Like, his partner knows he has the Queen of Spades based on the play to trick one, so this
right,
kind of confirms he started with three.
right.
So there's the Queen. Sandra is furiously signaling for clubs. Here comes the Queen of Clubs. All right. One down. And we're soon going to be on delay again because we were playing way too fast.
Yeah, well, there's only one other match in play, so maybe that'll keep that to a minimum.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
So West can open a no trump.
Yeah,
North will pass.
East will probably just start with 2 clubs and plan to, you know, raise a major, but I would guess bid 2 hearts, garbage same and if partner bids 2 diamonds. But we'll see.
Hmm. So he
We'll
does
see
bid
if he's
two
going to double
clubs.
this.
Yep. Double. 2 diamonds by West. Show a club stopper. Deny
Yep.
major.
Yep. With no stopper, you can pass and a partner redoubles, bid 2 diamonds to send that message.
Yep.
Very useful agreement.
Yeah, I don't
If he
think
doesn't have a
Sandra's
partner.
considering redouble. I mean, like, maybe if you wanted to swing a board, this would be a situation to try it, but ace jack fourth. I think I talked about it the other day. It just seems to me like you need to have a 5 card suit for these redoubles.
Yeah. Yeah, I get like even like ace jack 10 fourth doesn't seem like quite enough to me. So Shan does make the predicted 2 heart bid, and South, I guess, just wants to force party to choose a minor at the 3 level.
Chris has realized that he needs to do something, and so he's just pulling random bids out.
Well, I mean, it worked here, right? Because you got Sandra to run from a 5-2 fit to a 4-2 fit. She took a preference to the wrong suit.
Yeah, okay, interesting. North didn't hit
I,
this,
I,
though.
I mean, why would she, right? She doesn't, like, for all she knows, the opponents might have a playable diamond fit, which they do.
Yeah, but they aren't getting there. Like, no one's getting to diamonds on this auction.
They might if she hit it, right? So West is going to bid 2 no trump, he's will bid 3 diamonds.
No. I mean,
Well, maybe, but like when you're just thrilled to death that the opponents are in some dumb contract that you jobbed him into, take the cash.
I mean, is this enough though? Like, don't we need to get big wins? Like, winning five is not enough to make up this deficit.
Yeah, that's I would say like bridge isn't primarily a spectator sport, right? There's no TV revenue, which is why you set it up for the viewers to have the best experience because effectively they're paying for it. Um, bridge in that sense is just different.
Yeah, Jax, I would like to say that it's that'll never happen again, but it seems like every single format I've looked at from these trials and otherwise has just been the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, look, I mean, in the old days they did Paris trials, and then they did this thing where Bengold, Vanderbilt, and Reisinger winners got to play off. This at least like seems like a fair format for this event.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sandra's been able to cash a diamond. That's got to feel pretty good. Now heart
Yeah,
to the
she's
ace, club ruff, king of hearts, heart.
yeah, she's gonna be down one at most. Yeah, she just ruff a heart with the jack and guarantee a trump trick.
I mean,
And
she's
she's gonna make this stupid hand now.
well. So South can
Oh, I
ruff,
see.
pull a trump, force partner to ruff a diamond, and then partner can pull
And then North
trumps.
can play with a
That's
trump. Yeah.
the only defense.
Yeah. Still down one feels like a reasonable result in a contract is silly.
Yeah. All right. North is end played
Literally,
into doing the right thing on
yeah.
defense.
Yeah, literally no way to screw this up. Wow, so Millens, though, extended their lead with a 12 in pickup on the previous board where 3 no was made. How did this happen?
Yeah, 3 no making's
It was
insane.
made.
M
Well, they let
Vital
a club instead
says
of a spade.
16 to 8 in the Swiss isn't totally terrible because you can get seeding for the finals based on the Swiss performance. Would you
Yeah,
like
the
to
opening lead
inform
was.
the USBF committee that came up with the conditions of contest for this that maybe they can use seeding from the round robin for the knockout stages?
And to answer the implicit question, we said making 3-0 is crazy. They got a club lead instead of a spade. And I think deserve to lose 12 imps because a spade lead from King 10 5th looks much better than a club lead from Ace 10 5th to me.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, it's going the wrong direction. Millens is now up by, I mean, depending on whether you're dyslexic or not, Millens could either be up by 0 or 63.
Yeah, I mean, 16 to 8 that way, like, it's fine. And you know what? If you lose one top seed out of the 3 or 4 teams that would be perfectly accessible American representatives, it's just not that big a deal.
Now everyone's chiming in with how the ACBL has messed up the formatting for everything that they've ever run.
Yeah, shocking.
All right. What do we lead from Ace King Doubleton? We lead whatever the. Apparently, we lead neither. This is weird, right?
I think I probably would have found a spade lead.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, especially with a singleton trump. Yeah, feels like partner probably has an entry somewhere since the opponent stopped in two, and we can score it. And partner might still have a couple of trump tricks.
Yeah. Now I think Declare is just kind of like accidentally going to make this because they're going to play a spade to the queen here, since you got to get spades going, and that is gonna happen to pick up the spades. I mean, the spade suit's always getting picked up as long as you lead up towards the jack at some point,
Yeah, which you have to since there's no more dummy entries.
right?
Yeah, so this is possibly going to cost Sandra a few imps for making a subpar opening lead, but they got plenty of those to spare.
Mm-hmm.
What is Declare now thinking about? I guess how to hold spade losers to two, since he has no idea that West has them both and chose not to lead one.
Yeah, but like he can't afford to do anything else because if he roughs a diamond and then leads a spade, the opponents get in, pull two trumps, tap him, he leads another spade, they win, and then they cash all their minor suit cards. He just there's nothing he can do other than play a spade to the queen. I suspect he wanted to lead a spade to the jack on the first round, playing West for
Mhm.
honor Doubleton based on the two club overcall, but he
Yeah, that
just
makes a lot of sense.
wasn't in the right hand to do so and had no way to manage it.
Yeah, so West now trying to figure out if there's any way to recover, which it really is not.
Nope. Ace of spades.
Doesn't matter what she does now. Yep.
I mean, it kind of matters if she played back a dime. Well, I guess Shan would throw a club. Okay, we got another 7 card suit. Great. Yep.
Huh. So he's West gonna be okay in clubs here.
It looks like they're
He's
doing
like,
quite well. This is going to go three
yeah,
clubs, double 5 clubs, I guess.
sure looks like that. Well, does this make or use a trick short? I think it might be a trick short, right? Because you would need to set up the hearts for discard if the opponent start leading trumps,
Now clubs
and you probably
split.
just don't have the time to do it. Oh, clubs are right. Clubs are 1-1. Yeah, I was thinking it was a 6-4, not a 7-4.
Yeah. Yeah, the ACBL has this weird thing about not duplicating boards for events, even important events, which is kind of insane to me. Like Swisses with duplicated boards are obviously fine, right? It's
Oh, they
Swisses
do that, yeah.
are kind of terrible, but it's fine if the
Right.
boards are duplicated because then you can like the better team is going to win your grand slam swing on the same boards and win your game swings on the same boards and whatnot. But when it's like one table is playing in 6 of a major on 4 of the 6 hands or whatever, and the other table is like defending well to beat part scores by a trick, non-vulnerable. Um, wow, look at North, 5 spades. What a player.
That's good. Yeah, at least we all definitely works pretty hard to make sure that there's as much randomness as possible in the results of those events. It's pretty infuriating.
Whew. Okay, I assume as Sandra you sit this, but
I think you have to.
There's no way Chris is thinking about raising. Is he? Oh God. Oh, Chris, this is not the hand for it. Not with the stiff club. Like,
Now, it looks like Ding did pick up a swing. Well, two imps on the previous board, but it's something.
yeah.
I mean, how can you blame him, right? I guess what you can actually, his partner has a full 10 count, and she doesn't really need to have much more than that for this bid.
Whew, boy. All right. Here comes that five of clubs lead. Let's go. Queen of clubs lead. Sure. Yeah. Actually, the queen will be an alarm bell thing. That'll be good enough as well.
Yeah, I think West will have no trouble figuring out what partner's asking for.
Because this should be standard honors in our own suit. I think they're playing Rusino generally, but yep, there's the nine of hearts back. Easy. I mean, Sandra doesn't have trouble, right? She's not leading a spade away from the
Right.
king or leading a diamond, but
Right. She has six hearts,
mhm.
she has six hearts, South doubled, and she's looking at three and dummy. She knows what's going on.
Yeah. Oopsies.
And also, the other room, they are playing five clubs doubled on the East West card, so Compton and Ding will survive this.
I will say that like if my commentary seems like kind of laid back about this and like five no Trump, well, whatever, like it's fine. It is all state of the match, right? Like both
Yeah,
North and South understand that they need to win back 50 imps to be in this thing, and
right,
they have 15 boards to do so. Like I don't care what they do on their cards. I will
right.
try and point out some things that can be interesting, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, how could Chris possibly have bid five no Trump? Give partner some slack in this auction. Lots of preemption. Just take the. I mean, whatever. Like, if Slam makes, they're just gonna win a pile, and that will be necessary. They're in the better Slam.
Uh, I mean, all they need is stiff king and East hand, right? Stiff king of spades,
And no heart rough.
right? And no heart rush.
I mean, I'm just thinking like on a non-club lead, I guess six diamonds is the better Slam because you can pull trumps, pitch your club on the hearts, rough a club, and maybe like run the queen of spades for an end play. It should be comforting to know that five spades is also down on the same defense. Maybe.
Mhm.
Oh God. I mean, like, this is good for Ding.
Wow. None of it matters that much, right?
Nope, they pick up eight. So it's back to, well, now it's like 53 is what they're down. 10 boards to go. It's not over. Not over yet.
No, I mean it's close to over, but it's definitely not over.
Yeah. So club by South.
Yeah, Ding makes a semi-psych of a response against state of the match. Just hope the opponents can make three no Trump and partner open at 11 count.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So East will bid a no Trump, and we'll see what South does over that.
Smash unless it's like support.
I mean, is this such a great double though?
I don't know. Like, I'm gonna lead clubs. Hopefully, one of my kings is an entry.
Yeah, and I noticed Shan doesn't have a club stopper. But when you have, 17 points, it looks like a no trump, and it's clubs by the opponent, you just have to bid it.
Yeah.
Like you can't leave that hand unshown during the auction.
That's true. You can miss vulnerable games. You know, the opponents are favorable. They're
Easily.
like left hand opponent, like left hand opponent has an 8 count, right hand opponent has 0. Yeah, I have talked about this like whole swinging thing late in matches before on stream. I don't mind reiterating. Maybe it would be good to have like a chat command for it. But basically, the if you're down like 20, and also depending on like whether or not you think you're favored, like oftentimes you'll just go into the last segment, you think you're the favorite team. Sure, we can pick up 20, let's just play solid bridge. If you go into the last set and you need more than like 3 or 4 imps aboard, then you don't like, I don't know, just playing normal is not going to do it. That's not how it works. Unless you're up against a known pair who's going to tilt. Like we saw in the Pollux match, and I think also in the I don't remember who it was, but Arena went on just like full tilt the other day and just started like hemorrhaging boards. Sure, in that case, like fine, go in and play solid bridge. But for the most part, people who like sit there and play their cards and might be slightly weaker than you or your teammates aren't going to dump 50 imps in a set. So you do need to make things happen.
Yeah, and I think I've said this before also. Being like the best ways to swing are in just like people like make like crazy preempts. They'll make these like wild gambling actions, and I think that's really bad. Even though sometimes you will win a pile of imps on them. Like to me, the best swings are maybe you think four spades is a slightly better game than three no trump, but it's close. So you've been three no trump, and you hope that you know that this is the day that 3-0 is better because in the other room they're going to be playing four spades. So there's a small amount of imp expectancy in it, but a large number of actual imps at stake.
Uh
Like
huh.
some Zudas 4-3, so you finesse the guy with three for the queen instead of the four.
Uh huh. And how do we feel about Declare taking a club finesse?
I was a little surprised.
Also, how do we feel about not the 10 of clubs coming back? Well, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Why are we not
Yeah,
playing a
not so
heart?
surprised.
What is going on? Okay, no,
I mean,
it's
obviously,
all fine.
I'm declare obviously is, well, the club finesse actually is fine, right? Because he's sure that the queen of clubs with a guy who showed a club stopper.
Okay, fair. Fair.
I mean, the heart, yeah, I feel like that's a little strange. He's obviously deceived about the location of various cards, but I don't see why he wouldn't take that play when he has his one and only opportunity to. I mean, unless, by the way, he thinks that Sandra did something really smart by giving him an otherwise impossible dummy entry to induce him to do that.
I know, but Shan could have started with king and a club, so maybe Declare didn't think about that possibility.
Right.
But like, why would Shan lead the king of clubs if he had king and a club? He wouldn't. He would lead a low club. So when Chris sticks in the jack, Sandra is like, "Oh, Declare a misguessed. He had ace jack 9/6. Let's play back a low one."
Right.
All right, we got a guess for down one. King of hearts, jack of hearts. Yeah, I think you're right. Jack of clubs makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so Sandra does the temporarily good work of not pitching a hard and making it easy for Declare.
Yep. All right, king of hearts. These guesses just never matter. I mean, Chris is.
The 50,
Yeah, he does get it right.
yeah, to save a 50-point under trick, who cares?
I do want to see what happened in five clubs doubled. Ah, aha, aha. So in the other room, this looks like, the quote unquote normal auction on the board. Three clubs double, five clubs north doubles with a stiff club. I'll pass, but there is no hope. King of Hearts lead, and Declare just
Okay.
took a spade finesse, pulled trumps.
Yet another 7 card suit floating around here.
Oh, good. Well, that's just expected. West has a void, so club. Like, this is the kind of, like, for example, if North bid three diamonds on this hand, like, that to me feels like a swingy action that can work. North overcalls a diamond. Pass, pass. Double. Two diamonds. Pass, pass. Double. Three diamonds. Pass, pass.
I don't think North is going to take another call.
Shan bid two hearts. Okay.
I Partner showed a huge hand, right? Oh,
Eh.
sorry, Partner did not show a huge hand. Partner showed a normal hand. Never mind.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no, no. I just missaw the auction.
four
Partner has a huge
hearts.
hand. I mean, he took a free bid. How can you not bid 4 hearts if you're West?
Well, I mean, we know Shan has nothing, right? He didn't bid a heart over a diamond.
Yeah, but Partner could just have a fifth heart or something.
Yeah, so let's say Shan had like Jack fifth of hearts and out. Is four hearts good? It's probably pretty good. Seems reasonable.
I mean, as it is, this contract has, has reasonable play. South has a 5 count. He just needs one of his values to be the King of Hearts or Ace of Spades. Well, I think that's no, it's making anyway, right? Because you can pitch a spade on a club and just lose a heart and a spade. This is cold, I think.
You might lose an extra trick, but yeah, that would still only be three defensive tricks, right? A spade, a heart, and some other trick of some kind.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it seems just totally fine.
Yeah, Declare is just going to pull third trump here and then basically claim. Yeah, North South are pretty close to making three no trump. I mean, North has a pretty good hand. I wonder if the three diamond overcall would have worked out better.
Hmm. You mean goodbye to? Well, I mean, West is still going to double. East is going to now have to. Well, I guess South can raise, but West will double. West is doubling at whatever level it comes back to her, right? So the higher it is, I think the more likely it is that East West are kind of trapped into bidding 4 hearts.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, three diamonds, pass, pass, double, pass, three hearts, pass.
Right, like what can West do, right? She absolutely has to take that in. There Shannon would give her some room with, if you had a 6 or 7 count.
Yeah, that's true. Shift says Club Jack is not good enough. Is that true? The opponents can take three clubs and a spade and a heart, I guess is what you're thinking.
Spades were 3-3 to start with. Declare would have this over trick.
Yep. Or if South had pitched differently.
Right.
But good defense by Chris. I'm sure this is going to work
Yeah.
out for them. I mean, they're chipping away, but they're still even down in this segment. As you say, that lead
I'm just
against 3 No Trump was costly on board 47.
yeah, very. I mean, this like it's obviously a really good result for East West, but you would expect this to be a common result in a strong event. Whether it's a common result here, we'll see.
Yeah. All right, board 53, 50 imp margin. It's exciting in the other room has been called. 2 diamonds down 3. That looks like a result.
Wow. Well, in the other room on the previous board, they're a level higher. So a strong club, 1 diamond overcall, slightly positive double, 2 diamond raise, takeout double by West, 5 diamonds by North. That
Mm-hmm.
one pass double and East spit 5 hearts.
Oh my. But 5 hearts has no play.
Double dummy, you might be able to do it right by. So the play has actually been kind of interesting. So the opening lead was the King of Diamonds ruffed. Declare then played a low heart and the Queen held, and now is playing a spade to West. So
Maybe you can
there's
actually make it double dummy if you play a low spade out of both hands, and then use clubs to pitch both spades, and then rough out the spade ace. You score like the king queen of
no.
spades.
I think she has a made now anyway because well, Kevin just played another diamond, so she can rough catch the ace of hearts. Oh no, she can't take her pitch in time. Um, Maybe she can how about rough cross the jack of clubs, rough the last diamond. I think she might be okay now. So, the Nisha's getting back. They're going to click the button. Nope, down one. All right. Anyway, so that'll be yet another pickup for the Millens team. So I think this match is basically out of reach at this point.
Yeah, I agree. How are things in the other match? I'm just going to take a quick peek at the scores. Zhang has picked up 22. She
Yeah,
she is not okay.
so
Thanks, Kevin.
I guess tomorrow it'll be Rosenthal versus Zhang and Rubenstein against Millens.
Yeah, we're finally gonna get the Chris and Jenny on screen. I've been saving them. Save the best for last.
Chris and Jenny. Oh, that was yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I was thinking of like Jenny Carmichael and like Chris who. I forgot that. Wolankin was playing with Jenny Wolpert.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin points something out that like after a heart to the queen holds, because North now would be roughing with a natural trump trick, you can just start on clubs.
Right.
Is that But what if North just pitches on 4 rounds of clubs? You can't play the 5th club because South still has a trump. I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah, I'm either not smart enough for it.
But I think at
Uh-huh.
that point now, if we like play a low spade out of hand, then my plan comes to fruition. We've pitched like, no, I guess that's not good enough. Hmm. We could cash the heart ace and then play a 5th club, and then I don't know. I would have to look at it.
The 12 imps are now in the bank, so 62 with 8 boards to go. I mean, this seems like a good result for North South. Looks like they're making this right.
This seems like a good result for North South. All right, hold up. East West have 3 tricks in, and they still have the trump
Oh,
ace.
sorry. Once again, I missaw who had how many tricks. All right, this is not a good result from our south.
Okay. I'm just being dumb. Of course, you can play 4 rounds of clubs, pitching a diamond, and then play the king of spades because the opponents haven't been able to pull 3 rounds of trumps. So now you can just cross ruff the hand. Obvious, yeah, yeah, of course. If they duck the king of spades, you can play a low one to knock out their ace. If they win the ace of spades, then North can't play trumps, and yeah, okay.
That looks like kind of a weird. I mean, I know she wanted to cast his diamond. Oh, I see. Because if Chris had gone up with the king, he could play the king of clubs. This is the guaranteed down two defense.
Yeah, wait, were they actually okay at any point in the play on this one? Because it looks like Declare just kind of quickly went down two.
Not really. I think with the diamond offside, there was never much hope for it.
There's a spade, a diamond, 2 diamonds, and the ace of hearts. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Gonna be a lot to.
And probably you lose two trump tricks, right?
Yeah.
So north south looks like two spades is the limit. Two hearts. They got clubs going. Two hearts, a club, and two diamonds.
We got another 7 card suit. No one has
Sure do.
prepared me for all of these 7 card suits. And how many of the top honors do we have? We have 7 of the top 9.
I guess that's right. 150 more.
You,
Is how most people would put it.
you haven't been around for our discussions about preamps.
No,
It's
I was here for part of it.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I do not like North sequence here.
A diamond, a
Because
spade, a double, a 2 clubs.
so far so good. Like if your plan is to bid three spades now, just bid it over one diamond.
Uh, is 2 clubs the bid with West's hand?
I mean, there is no bid with the West Hand, right?
Okay, fine. I mean, maybe 2 diamonds or something. Um,
Yeah, but with King nine eight fifth, like you really should have six diamond for that because you're just gonna get dropped most of the time.
yeah. Well, partner forced us to bid, so here we are.
Right, your partner can preference two diamonds, and then we're a lot happier about it.
Yeah. Three
If
spades by
partner has it,
North.
if partner has a stiff diamond and four clubs, two clubs is probably as good as anything.
Is Shan actually thinking?
He might be thinking about hitting it. Or I mean, not a penalty double, just a card showing double since he's got some extras here.
Yeah. Like
Right, he has a
it's
passed hand. He has an absolute super
yeah,
max.
like it's true. He's a past hand, so it's like, yeah, okay. Now, hold on.
Oh,
Let's back
yeah.
up a second. Is 2 clubs the right bid with the West hand?
Uh,
You didn't
if
foresee
someone
this
gets a good,
problem when you bid 2 clubs over partner's 1 level negative double. Shame on you.
yeah, fair. I mean, maybe if he's just gonna act, double is probably the action anyway, because some of the time partner can bid three no trump, which you're probably happy with.
Yeah. I mean, 4 clubs feels like a lot. Bidding on the East hand, honestly, to me, feels like a lot with a flat hand and no fit. But here we are.
I, yeah, I think it's just tough though. Like partner might be reining it a little bit because you're a past hand and you know that you've got the maximum.
I mean, our partner could have done something over the double, right? Like, partner didn't have to make a minimum response. Partner could jump to 3 clubs with some extras.
Yeah. By the way, this feels like a spot where if you're Chris Compton and know you're desperate for some imps, You double, and you know what? If it's 7-10, what the hell's the difference?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I agree on that.
Like, I don't think I would double, in a close match, but in a 70 match,
Hmm. So how bad is this? It's not that bad.
I mean, it's not that good.
Didn't we need to
I
lead
do.
diamonds to dummy instead of hearts?
Yeah, but she may be worried about someone having a stiff diamond, so now she can do it. I think she was probably always planning to use one entry into.
I guess that's true. Like the only way to make it, I suppose, is 3-3 clubs. So yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, so, cross over, lead another club, get the bad news.
But now I guess we're down two because the defense sets up a heart. We are crossing to dummy to play another diamond, yeah, or
The
to
club you
play
mean?
another
I would,
club.
I would have thought.
Like she can't be thinking that North has ducked the club ace. I know North looks like they've showed a pretty big hand. Okay, there's the diamond.
I think she was probably just thinking about, when it goes club to the queen holding, whether she's going to bang out a third round or just give up on the hand.
Yeah, nine of
Yeah,
clubs from Chris. Lazy.
right.
She has decided to give up. Oh wait, maybe I'm just wrong about this. This is all fine. We're just down one. Now diamond and then Chris roughs in, sets up the heart, but it's too late.
Right.
Okay. All right. I was just being silly. One down, not the end of the world. Yeah, if Chris had a Doubleton diamond, he would have been able to rough in twice.
Yeah, it's funny with the spade 7-2 in North being mostly broke outside. She actually could have just exited with a trump and survived being wrong.
That's true, but was probably
All
not her
right.
consideration. So push board.
No, I think when you're in a dumb contract like that, if they're willing to let you out for 100, you go out for 100.
Yeah.
So we'll see if North opens a spade here. I certainly would.
Or a no trump because it's third seat.
I would want to be non-vulnerable for that.
Yeah.
Third seat opposite, a somewhat aggressive passing partner. You only have four tricks in your hand, and it's hard to see where a fifth, sixth, and seventh might come from.
Yeah. North
Yeah, I
decides to
do
go
not
down
like
the
one
middle.
diamond.
One diamond.
Yeah, I do not like it one bit.
It is not very lead directional, having only 4 of the top 13 honors.
And what are you gonna do? Like you rebid a spade now, or you bid a no trump? Like whatever you do, I feel like you're in worse shape than if you had just opening your best suit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the same argument that I was making for no trump though, or if it goes to spade pass a no trump, you're not comfortable passing for the reason I just laid out, and then the sequence looks better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board with opening a 4 card spade suit there.
Yeah, the probably like, you do have a problem if it goes to spade pass a no trump.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah, again, like I'm not sure why South didn't bid a no trump here. Also, besides that his two diamond bid like looks kind of ridiculous, he'd get to play it, which has to be better for his side.
Yeah.
Like, usually you would expect the pro to be a complete hand hog.
I feel like North has played fine from what I've seen. I don't
Yeah.
recall specific hands, but obviously,
Yeah, I think
I
there
think
was one
Chris
earlier
is
this set.
what earlier the set.
I think there was one earlier this set where North did some questionable stuff, but I don't remember exactly. Yeah, but but against that also like two diamonds probably just is not your side's best contract when you have that hand. Like
Well,
it's not being a hand hog to recognize that.
I mean, so for one thing, again, like any of these bids could be swinging. It's like really hard for me to say what's going on in Chris's mind. But also, if North is supposed to have an unbalanced hand for this one spade bid, then North often is going to have five diamonds.
Well, that's true, but they didn't learn it, and they don't have one, so I'm assuming that that's probably not their agreement, although I guess it could be.
Yeah, yeah. Like this
Yeah,
is a
I
hand where
mean,
it kind of feels to me like North goes, okay, I opened a diamond, partner bid a heart. I'm supposed to bid a no trump because I'm balanced, but man, I really want to show the spade suit. It's a shame there was no
right,
way I could do it earlier in the auction.
right. Yeah, that's very possible.
So this
Yeah,
is
I would
trick
be surprised
five.
if South would dive into swing.
Ace of clubs is trick six. Heart ref is trick seven, and then declare has a natural diamond trick with the king jack 10. So this is gonna make.
Yeah. I mean, she would have done much better to duck the heart because now her entry position is not great.
Yeah, it's one of those common things that like you just kind of duck opening leads when you have like ace empty opposite a doubleton, and for whatever
Yeah.
reason that just like works.
Yeah, I mean, right here would work because, it can be an entry, like sometimes you hold up and they can't figure out what's going on and shift, and that's good for you.
Yeah,
Generally you don't want to be dislodging your stoppers when you have a tenuous trump holding, so it avoids doing that.
right. And now the really douchebag play from Shan would be a low diamond, but the the maybe better play would be ace and a diamond.
And ace and another looking at that dummy seems kind of natural, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like, would you be tempted on like board three of the match of a long match to just put a low diamond on the table and like put your cards down and like sit back, lay back, close your eyes for a minute while Declare mulls over which diamond to play? You don't have to say yes, but
Yeah, no, I like it.
that is something that I might do if I really disliked my opponents.
Yeah, particularly when the contract's only two diamonds. Like if something does go horribly wrong and you can play like that, it's just not a big deal.
Yeah. All right. There's ace and a diamond.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably more appropriate when you're, the expert is declaring and not the sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is anything gonna go badly here?
No.
No, I guess declare just still, they're gonna lose that club. This one's got two top tricks, ace of
Mm-hmm.
clubs and a diamond.
Yep. Shan can exit a heart.
So
All right.
plus
Two diamonds
90
making
feels like
two.
a decent result here. So in the other room, it is one no trump.
Mm-hmm.
And Declare has four tricks in and still has the good queen of spades and two aces.
Yeah.
So that'll be approximately a push.
All right. To no one's surprise, South has picked up or North has picked up a 7 card heart suit. So one club by West.
Three hearts, probably. Double. 90s twist. Can't really make anything, right? They have no heart stopper and they're off ace king ace for for playing a club game. and they have the diamond finesse. So
Well,
yeah,
East
two.
might have a heart stopper, but West I don't
Right.
think does.
Yeah, two. I mean, I guess two is fine. I would be three.
Three seems like a reasonable
Actually,
number.
meanwhile, while I was looking at how much East West can make, North South is just making four hearts.
Yeah, they have a club, the diamond hook is on, and a spade to lose, and that's it.
Yeah, so Sandra needs to save here, and I don't think she's going to.
Hmm.
I mean, the problem is she just doesn't know that she has to play. I mean, I guess she knows clubs are playable, but she's off so many aces and kings. No,
Yeah, but I
yeah, she
think
does get
that's
it right.
also an issue on
There's a reason to.
defense.
That is certainly true.
Yeah, like
I
this
mean,
King of
yeah.
Hearts really doesn't look all that defensive with the preemptor on your left.
Sorry, 1 second, please.
So how bad is this? Did we figure this out? We have a heart, two spades, there's no spade rough, and a diamond. This is down two. Good save.
So, how is this thing gonna do here? It looks like Declare is gonna lose four tricks: the diamond, two spades, and this ace of hearts.
That is exactly what I counted, yes. 21
So
total trumps, 19 total tricks.
yeah, although doesn't the law famously kind of break down, when you start getting toward pretty extreme numbers of trumps? Like I thought it was most reliable, in the like 16 to 18 range.
Hmm. I actually don't know, but that would not surprise
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I think it's best for, evaluating two and three level decisions and not so, like known to be not that useful. I think like in Larry's book he even points it out, not that useful for high level decisions.
Mm-hmm. All
And I
right,
know you're not a
time to
law
ask about the
person,
Diamond
but
King.
yeah, I mean, people, Rob has railed against the law of total tricks before on his channel. I think what's really good about it is before Larry wrote that book, players who didn't have a lot of experience in competitive auctions just had no idea what they were doing on any hand. So it's a really good shorthand for making pretty good decisions before you have really well developed competitive bidding judgment.
We're not allowed to rail against things anymore. Have you heard me talk about precision and my distaste for that system?
And again, like I don't care for precision, but precision is a great system for players who haven't developed sound bidding judgment and hand evaluation yet, because the system does a pretty good job for you.
Yeah.
Like that's why it had such a vogue that it was the system judgment was much better than bad players judgment, so they got better results when they switched.
That's a good point.
Yeah, exactly. Like guideline of total tricks is a very good way to put it. Like, and I don't let it make my decisions for me, but I'll incorporate it into my decision making process for sure.
Mm-hmm. A heart, a spade. We can pass this. We better pass this.
Yeah, what? What? Let's say, well, if partner has a fifth spade, and anything extra, we do want to be encouraging them.
Yeah.
Like we do have a full opening bid.
Well, I don't know. You and I must see jacks as different cards.
I'm, by which I mean a hand we would open at first seat.
Sure. Yes.
I mean, yeah, of course, it's not a great hand. It's a hand that's better than a third seat favorable minimum.
Yeah.
West here would certainly have doubled one spade, but has no reason to double two, even with perfect pattern, red, white. When she knows also that she probably is going to win this match as long as no one steps out of line.
Yep, so 3 rounds of spades now. Defensive collected 3 tricks already. They still have a heart, a club, and a diamond, maybe, coming in. Is there anything that's going to go wrong here? Well, Sandra has to pitch a card. I guess that's what's going to go wrong.
I mean, she could pitch diamonds as long as Shan keeps his, right?
Uh. Okay, let's.
Is that too simplistic of you? I don't think so.
So, spade. Sandra pitches another diamond, right?
I think she kind of has to. Okay. So let's say this runs around to the nine and he just puts another heart on the table. Keep declare locked in dummy.
Yeah, well, okay, fair. I guess I was thinking Declare could lead like a club to the 8. I mean, obviously, there are ways to pick up this club suit for 2 tricks. If you can guess an honor
Never.
third. Like if West has honor third,
Yeah,
you
but
can lead a club to the 10. If East has. Yeah, I mean, basically, if West has honor third, you can pick up this club suit.
right. But if the heart split, you don't need to. You just rough a heart now across the ace of clubs.
Yeah, but if the hearts split, they would have attacked the entry to the heart suit. Okay, well, this is not it. This is like
No, now
almost
West.
gonna go down 2.
I mean, West can just hop up and put the king of hearts on the table, but North can pitch a diamond. Oh, then West can play another heart.
Yeah, I think
Is this down to?
I think this was. Well, anyway, it looks like Declara probably couldn't have done anything, but I think playing on hearts was the wrong idea.
Yeah. All right. Now, no way to get this wrong. So I guess Shan could unblock and let Declare score a beer.
Well, it's not a bit. Declara would still go down.
Oh, right. They'd be down one. So
2 spades down 2. I bet Chris feels pretty silly for bumping partner from 1 to 2. He probably doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't care and knows that that
yeah,
decision was irrelevant.
and once partner presumably was going down in one spade, it's a lot less costly.
So Shan opens a diamond. We'll see a spade from Sandra. 4 hearts. Double?
I kind of like double. I don't know.
Yeah. It's
And of
19.
course, look what happened. Yeah, well, look what happened when I did that playing with the robot. That hand I sent you.
Yeah.
The robot thought this double was 25 plus high card points, and we did not get a good result.
Look, whenever that hand actually comes up, they're going to be so prepared. They have like the best system when in between 2 bidding opponents you can show 25 plus.
Yeah. But it actually wasn't the best system because, partner had a 3 count and eventually Blackwooded. And I don't think there's any 25 count where that would be right anyway. So, I mean, North, has now gotten to make a pretty good description of her hand. Like, this seems to be going fine.
Yeah.
And they can do, like, so they can pick up the club suit, although they may or may not actually do it, and just lose 2 diamonds and a spade, and unfortunately a heart because there's no entry to dummy, right?
Well, what do you want Shan to lead?
Uh, that is a good question.
I am going to claim that 4 hearts is cold on this hand. Cold
I
by
think you're right.
definition of Aaron Jones. At least four hearts from the north. But it would be pretty silly to have south declaring four hearts.
Yeah, I think South probably is going to bid four hearts here, but maybe he's thinking about just passing and praying.
Oh yeah, this is like auto pass, right? We have queen 10 third of spades. Easy pass.
Yeah, and again, partners on lead, which isn't great for us, but we have probably 800, right? Two spades, two hearts, two clubs, and a diamond.
Yeah, now partner has to lead something, but partner might just like lead ace and a spade for lack of anything better to do.
Yeah, I think partner's going to lead a pointed suit.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a spade is better. But queen of diamond, since it's East opening bid suit and South pass this double, doesn't seem crazy.
Well, I think if we lead a diamond, we lead the two. Ooh.
Well, this seems terrible. I mean, she's obviously playing Chris for a stiff heart.
Yeah. So ace of hearts. Oh boy. How much trouble are we in? We're not in that much trouble. This is still going down, right?
I mean, I think it's still going down two, right? We've still got two spades, two diamond, or two spades, two clubs, and a diamond.
Oh, the comeback is
It goes
on.
straight to. I think unless there's a win 'em all in the next two boards, it will not be enough.
Probably not.
I see they won 9 imps for the previous
God.
board.
What? All right, can we criticize Kevin's decision for a second? What is
Which one?
five hearts? Maybe five hearts is actually a good bid. I haven't actually looked at it. I'm just kind of staring at this. The opponents are in a 4-3 spade fit.
Yeah, although they might not have stayed in a 4-3 spade fit, right? East knew that his partner didn't have four spades, I think, so he was probably going to bid five clubs. Maybe not, actually, on this auction, I guess. Would West have bid four spades with any four card suit? Probably not, so
Maybe? I don't know. Good
I
question.
don't know either.
Anyway, maybe five hearts is a lot more reasonable than it first looked. I was just like, man, what if the opponents were just playing in four spades on this hand? That would be great for us.
Yeah, I think he thought he was synthetically bidding five hearts over five clubs.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Chris played eight, then seven of hearts.
Yeah, I like it. You don't really care. You just want to discourage partner from leading either minor. Like, unless they can just do it under their own power, but you don't want them to blow yet another suit out.
Yeah.
All right, so Declare is almost certainly going to, I was going to say, almost certainly going to get this wrong, which shows you what I know.
Yeah, so now Declare can go ace king of diamonds and exit a trump. And North gets end played. So, like, is this making or something?
No, I think it's still okay, right?
How confident are we about that? No. I mean, North can cash the ace of clubs. Like, that is true. But if North doesn't cash ace of clubs, like if North gives a rough sluff, which they might do if she thinks Chris started with a doubleton heart, rough and dummy pitch a diamond, diamond rough set up the suit. Oh, I guess we.
And then there you are, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. It's not quite enough.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Unfortunately, Declare just can't quite do everything.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Sandra was like eyeing this line of play. It looked juicy, and now has realized that it's just not quite as good as she originally thought.
I mean, if it's still the down one play, that's pretty good compared to where she started.
Yeah. Would seven then eight of hearts give correct count? I think I think Chris would always encourage with a doubleton. Therefore, when he discourages hearts at trick one, it shows an odd number.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
That's my belief, but I'm not sure. It depends if we think that this is like a cash out situation, so we're supposed to give count at trick one. But this feels like an attitude situation. Um,
All right, well, he has figured out the winning play here, so looks to me like this is going to be down one, which has got to feel pretty good.
yeah, so ace in a club is down one. Okay, there's ace in a club. I still hadn't worked out on a hard exit. What happens?
I think that was the same down one, right? He can rough and dummy and pitch a diamond, but
No, that's real bad. I think that's
well,
down a
that's really
million.
bad. Right, because now South can draw trumps.
Yeah, so I think you have to pitch a club and rough in hand. Like, and technically declare can then exit the king of clubs, but I don't know if that's good enough. It's probably not good. I feel like the heart giving the rough sluff would have been better. All right, two boards to go.
Yeah, I guess the rough stuff also would have been slower, and given that this match is over, I'm just happy they didn't.
Fair. So spade by Sandra. 12 count in the north. Partner's a passed hand. Feels like a pass. Would you ever
Uh,
overcall the north hand two hearts? Probably
the
not.
partner wasn't a fast hand yet.
Yeah? You think so? Hmm.
I mean, who knows? Like maybe it's just a little too much, but I'd feel sad if I never took a bid with it.
Hmm.
Maybe that's just a little too much with three jacks and no redeeming feature.
It's pretty bad. Two spades by Shan. Alert. Looks like it might be constructive. I
Um,
was waiting for the 2-no bid from Chris. He didn't do
it
it.
is constructive.
Sandra's trying. 2-no trump. I feel like they get there. Shan has a singleton. He has an ace and a 5-card suit. I think he just tries 4 spades.
Yeah, I was like a little surprised Sandra didn't just bid it.
Really?
And I don't know, maybe it's a little too extreme, but that's a pretty good hand, right? Like anytime partner has a club card, you're really happy.
Wow. Okay, maybe they're stopping.
And it sure looks like they are, which I think is a little weird, right? Like, I don't know, nice good ways. Yeah, it's like, you made this game try, your partner didn't bid a game, but they said they liked their hand somewhat. Like, were you really only interested opposite a super max that could bid it over to no Trump? I mean, I guess so, but that seems very conservative to me.
Isn't this the Hypermax from Shan? I mean, I think the Queen of Clubs could have been a different card. Like, if the Queen of Clubs was like the Jack 10 of Hearts, the hand would be better.
Yeah. And the Queen 10 9 fourth of dime is great.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Like obviously, Shan was planning on just bidding game, right? So that's why he bid three hearts, three
Right.
spades, four hearts, or four
Yeah, I
spades.
guess like I mean, on a really good day, your partner can raise three hearts to four, and now you're probably in a 5-4 instead of a 5-3.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably also a good plan. Hey, SHG, you're welcome. We are glad to be here. Queen of Hearts lead.
I mean, seems fine, right? Like a trump is the alternative, which looks to be like it would be better, but I think Queen of Hearts is fine.
So I guess this is going down, right? Club to the ace, heart
Uh,
ruff, ace king of diamonds.
right. I guess a little unexpected from Declare's point of view that the Hearts are 5-1.
Yeah. So I think Chris plays back a trump now because partner led the queen of hearts, so they have the jack. Declare dumped the king, so Chris knows the heart layout. So now it's just
Yeah, he
safe to
knows
try and pull
clubs.
trumps.
Even if clubs are a couple of tricks, they're probably not meaningful tricks.
Yeah.
We have two diamonds. The cast Declare can never throw three away, given that we have 10-9 fourth of clubs remaining.
Partner can't have a stiff diamond, so it's never right to go ace of diamonds diamond. I mean, maybe partner could have a diamond void. Four of hearts feels like a club signal. Suit preference. Again, if Chris knows partner's whole heart hand, the four of hearts should be suit preference. Could it ever be right to return a club here? Maybe we like need to tap dummy because otherwise, when Declare has king doubleton of diamonds and partner has jack doubleton, the diamond's set up.
Yeah, maybe. Hmm. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's also like leading the 10 of clubs is always safe.
Yeah. No, absolutely shift. I mean, of course, Declare takes this obvious line of play to try and rough a club in dummy. I mean, who would have thought? But Chris does switch to a trump. Didn't we need to win this in hand? The trump switch? Am I missing something?
It seems kind of natural too to like win in a rough a club. I mean, this is fine too, right?
Is it? Oh, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
there's
We can
following
rough a
things
club.
to
We
one.
just have a high cross rough. Okay, of course. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Fine. Down one. On to the next.
Yep.
One board to go. Well, the match is
Yeah.
looking maybe out of reach. 63 imps. How many boards do we actually have left to compare? Oh, two. So this match is
Um,
over.
over. Woo!
And Zhang
Congratulations to the
appears to
Millers
also have
team.
scored up their match. So yeah, we do have Millens against Rubenstein tomorrow, 2-3 seed. Rosenthal against Zhang. I guess the USBF did an excellent job seeding the teams. So,
Since were those definitely the original seeds 1 through 4?
well, these were the subsequent reshuffle seeds 1 through
Oh,
4.
right.
Yeah.
good for them, I guess.
Yeah.
So I will unfortunately not be able to join you for commentary tomorrow, almost certainly. Except maybe for like a little bit at the start of the third segment of the day, and then I've got some evening plans. But I'll probably hang out and lurk in the chat.
Gotcha.
So I just
Well, thanks
got
as
told
always
that
for
I
joining
have
me.
a full work day tomorrow. Yeah, it was a pleasure. I'm glad to be able to have some time to come back. Um, cool. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off since these appear to be totally over. So, Specs, lovely to see you all as always, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
See ya. All right. Well, we will finish out the boards, and then I think we'll have a lot closer matches tomorrow, is my guess. Um, Millens up against Rubenstein. You know, I originally thought that Rubenstein might have been a fairly soft 2 seed, given that that's where they ended up being seeded. Their match against Pollock looked a little bit shaky, other than that one large segment that they had where they won by 83. They eventually won the match by, hold on, counting is hard, 69. Nice. But if it wasn't for that one segment where they were ahead by 83, they would have been losing going into the final set of play today. So we'll have to see if, hey PJ, thanks for the 69 bits. Want to predict the scores of the semis? That could be fun content. I've done a lot of predictions. I mean, my belief is still that Rosenthal and Millens are the top 2 teams. And it is kind of looking that way based on the matchups that we've seen. I mean, Ding kind of impressed me as maybe the 3rd strongest team in the event. They would be in the mix. They've played really well over the course of this match, but Millens is quite a good team. Double game swing board on this last hand. I'm sorry, I have not been paying attention to the bridge. Should I be? I apologize, V8. I know you're here to learn. Release the earbuds. Good call. Oh my god, I can hear everything again. It's like all my senses are back. This is wonderful. Because I just keep getting like static pumped through the earbuds, so I hear this like constant humming when I have them in. Now I'm much better. I believe Rosenthal is going to dominate Zhang, and that match will not be very close. I believe that Millens is going to defeat Rubenstein by 75. And then the finals should be a lot of fun. But I think we'll plan on checking out Rosenthal. We're going to watch some Chris and Jenny play. And I don't know if Gavin's planning on joining us again in the morning. That would be great. But that would be cool. Otherwise, we'll be here checking them out. And some of the other Rosenthal pairs, I think. We'll try and get Michael and Debbie on as well. I think we've watched them for one set so far, but maybe we'll do some kibitzing. Okay, let's head over to the other room, finish out the set. Whoa, this is an auction. What happened? A spade past 2 spades, 2. Cecilia, what a clown. 2 no. Double. Values. Redouble by North. More values, I guess. 3 clubs. Pass past 3 hearts, pass 3 spades. North led a trump. So North is going to get in with the club ace and lead another trump. So we have to lose like a club. This is probably fine, right? We can lose two clubs and two diamonds. I don't think there's going to be much to the play. Isn't two undefined suits illegal in this situation? How would I know? I don't really play in the ACBL. As someone who's a rules lawyer can let me know. Also, I'm still not convinced that this is ACBL, right? Because some players, like for example, Dan Corbel, had on their card that a no trump could contain a small singleton. It was like a pre-alert, but in the ACBL, that's absolutely banned. Or wait, someone might have told me that you're allowed to do that in matches that are like longer than so and so boards. I forget. It's like we can win this, we can ruff a club, we can cross to the King of Hearts, and then we can pull the last trump, and then we're good. Open plus events, small singleton is okay, and 6 or more board matches. Gotcha. Yeah, if it's an ace, king, or queen, a singleton is okay. But some of the players in this event have specifically, as I've been reading their convention cards, had the like caveat one no trump could contain a small singleton written down. If it were ACBL, opening 8 counts would be disallowed. No, it's fewer than 8. You're it is considered a psychic bid, which is effectively illegal in the ACBL to open. Um, what am I supposed to call it? Like to open a bid that could have an upper limit of like a strong hand. I don't know what that's defined as. Maybe 16 plus. When you have fewer than 8 high card points. All right, we should see a claim. Wait, rule of 17 is now okay? Is it really? Is this a new thing? All right, are we done? Almost done. We got one more board to play in the Millens match, but that match is over. So, Zhang, Rosenthal. Feels like Rosenthal might have the upper hand. I mean, they dominated their opponents here. Rubenstein, Millens, both close matches, but I think the Millens team was up against a much stronger opponent. So them winning by a bit more than 50 and Rubenstein winning by a bit more than 50. Probably more impressive for Millens to do so. Obviously, Rubenstein had to miss a segment, but okay. I think that is going to wrap up the coverage for today. So thanks for tuning in, as always. And I will be back again somewhere around like 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time for for the start of the semifinals tomorrow. I will put up a poll on YouTube. We can vote. Actually, maybe I won't. Maybe I won't tonight. Since we're just going to watch Rosenthal for most of tomorrow, that seems like a good thing to do. But yeah, we'll try and watch a bunch of them play since we didn't get to see much of them today. they were just killing their opponents, so it wasn't that interesting. And hopefully we get some fun co-casters as well. So thanks for hanging out and have a good evening.